Well, I'm gonna get copyright striked all the fuck. How you guys all doing? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you some Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas cheer with We Are the World, USA for Africa, an all-time classic song. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that shit. We got to give that shit. We got to bring the hype. We got to bring the hype up because it's the Christmas season. It's the Happy Christmas season, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to bring that shit up. So. Yeah, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? And Happy New Year if we do not see you. We will see you for some pre-recorded videos coming out on the 29th, the 30th, and I believe the 31st. I'm not 100% on those dates yet, so don't quote me on that. But I do have some reviews pending and will be uploaded on a schedule later on. But yeah, so if we don't see for a stream before this, before the new year, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Hence the point of the song. Like, let's play a good song. We played, shit. What did we play? Do They Know It's Christmas? We played Do They Know It's Christmas for our Christmas stream, to get copyright striked all the fuck, and now we're playing, We Are the World, of course. So. And I don't mind being striked. I don't make money off this shit anyways. It's not like I can monetize, so fuck them. Like, realistically, let's say fuck them. I can play every copyright music. I could have copyright music through this. I could have the stream going for 6 hours, playing copyright music, copyright videos, all galore. Nothing is going to happen, because I don't fucking monetize. It's hilarious. It's greatness. So, let's go. You know? There is one good thing about not having 1,000 subscribers is that you can do whatever the fuck you want and nobody is gonna hurt you for it. It's fantastic. I can be playing fucking Disney soundtracks right now. Nothing is gonna happen. It's hilarious. But anyways, how's everybody doing? Griever, host, etc., etc. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Record of Ragnarok, chapter 57, live reaction. T-minus 7 minutes. T-minus 7 minutes before we get underway with that chapter. But we will check in with the chat and see how is everybody doing on this beautiful winter night. Winter night. By the way, we have 7 people in here and only 3 likes. I don't like those numbers. What I like is a tiebreaker. So let's go. Fine said D's. Not falling for it. Neve said, D's what, sir? And Neve is falling for it. This is so sad. J Warrior says, hello. With Anime says, hello there. General Kenobi. Tenryo said, I'm not here. Well, that's interesting. Skin said, hello. Last chapter of the year hype. Indeed. Joseph says, I'm here. Tenryo said, before we get to Ragnarok, what do you think of Saitama versus Popeye? I did not watch it. So I have no idea. Did Popeye win? He should have won. Did he lose? That would be so sad. Miss said, good evening. He should have ended it with infidel. But he did not. Miss gotta learn. Wave said, hey, I can't stay long, but I'll watch the whole thing later. Awesome. The whole thing. You're missing a W there, but that's alright. Caden said, let's go. Skin said, hype. J-Ward said, good chapter. Caden said, Miss, didn't your video get taken down for no reason? No, see, Misk shows a panel. Misk fucks up. So, Miss said, not for no reason. I had a leaked panel in there. Misk acknowledges it. Caden said, oh, that sucks. Yeah. See, you can get away with thumbnails, from what I understand, for the most part. You can get away with the thumbnails. The moment you show a panel, especially, like, even if it's not shown in Jump, like, if you show a panel, you're screwed. Like, I don't know how some people get away with it. I have no idea. But, you just don't do it. My entire channel got taken down for that shit, and I've warned Miss before, so I'm just saying. Miss said, you're the only person I've heard make a Jeff Dunham reference in, like, 5 years. Well, I'm old. That just took all my energy right down. You're making me feel bad. I'm old, man. Leave me alone. Yeah. Joseph said, the fact that Miss knows who Jeff Dunham is does not make me feel that old, actually. Joseph says, was that infidel part of reference to Jeff Dunham? Yes, it was. There we go. See? It's not that old. It's not that fucking old. Jay Warrior said, I love Quinn and Haiti. That's awesome. Miss said, filters are the key. Filters apparently are the key. That's how King of Lightning gets away with it. Kane said 8 out of 10 chapter. Joseph said, I love Jeff Dunham. He's hilarious. He's a pretty funny guy. He's a pretty funny guy. My favorite comedian is Bill Burr. My favorite comedian of all time is Bill Burr. And then I do like Carlin. I do like Carlin. Dave Chappelle, honestly, is not my type of humor. Not my type of humor. I understand why some people find him funny. He doesn't hit home with me. Maybe because I'm white. I don't know. But a lot of people put Dave Chappelle as the be all and end all. Honestly, I've watched like all of his shit, all of his specials and stuff. And honestly, I find Bill Burr funnier every single time. But Bill Burr says that Dave Chappelle is funnier than he is. So, maybe I don't know anything about comedy. Yeah, Jeff Dunham is hilarious. He's quite funny. He certainly is. Alright, so what are we doing? Well, for those of you who don't know, we're going to be reading chapter 57 of Shuumatsu no Valkyrie here in a couple of minutes. It's funny how the fluctuates from concurrent viewers. It's like, it goes up to 10, drops down to 2, jumps back up to 6. I don't even pay attention anymore. So the point of matter is that what we're going to be doing is we're going to read that. We're going to read that, and then in the following days you are going to get a Jujutsu Kaisen review. You're going to get a One Piece review. You're going to get a Black Clover Chapter 318 live reaction, pre-recorded, but a live reaction from me following those videos. After that, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows what's going to happen after that? But those are the scheduled videos. Kane said best comedian of all time is Robin Williams. Honestly, Robin Williams was like a solid 7 for me. Like, I loved him in certain roles as far as movies, but his stand-up did not hit me the same way. Same with probably Dave Chappelle. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. He was pretty great, though. Joseph said, in February 2020, my dad got tickets for Jeff Dunham and Gabriel Iglesias. I believe I know who that is. That's the fat guy, right? But because of the pandemic, kept getting pushed back recently, I was finally able to see them. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome you were finally able to see them. Jay Warrior said Quinn and Chad in this chapter. Gonna find out. Joseph said the tickets were his birthday present to me. Oh, well, that's really nice. That's really nice. That's some wholesome level shit there, ladies and gentlemen. We like our wholesome shit. We like when the story works out. Not everything needs to be negative. You know what I hate? Like, people say it's like, oh, it's the fluff hour when, like, a firefighter saves a kitten out of a tree. It's like, no, that's the news I want to hear about. I do not need to hear about how many people died from the pandemic every fucking day. What I want to hear about is how many people survived the pandemic. How about we do a glass half full level mentality here? Like, seriously, it's always about how many cases are there? How many people are hospitalized? It's not how many people were recovered this week. Yeah, have you noticed that? Even in Canada, it's not, okay, we had 33,000 cases. 26,000 recovered. No, what you hear is 4,000 new cases. 421 are in hospital. Like, but wait a minute. I have 22,000 recovered. No. We don't care about your high numbers. We care about these low digit fucking numbers. It's like, what is with the negativity? This is why I do not watch the news. The news only reports negativity. Glass half empty news. Every time. Even here in Canada on our local CTV news, it's still negative as fuck. I never hear about, well, we have 100 cases in hospital, 90 idiots who are unvaccinated. No, I don't hear that shit. What I hear is 100 people in hospital. I don't hear about any recoveries, and I think that doom and gloom in the world is ending. Apocalypse. Take me now, Doomsday. Judgment Day. Skynet. Terminators. Let's go. Every fucking day. No wonder I don't turn on the fucking news, right? Crazy. Anyways, point of the fact is we are over our 10-minute mark to start. So here we fucking go. Here we go. Alright. We're going to start this. Chapter 57 of Shuumatsu no Valkyrie. I apologize for my eye, guys. It's all gleamy and shit. I had to put the stuff in it. You know, post-surgery crap. Still not fully recovered, which is sort of worrying me a little bit. But I have to check back January 4th anyway. So, we'll see what they say. Anyways. Translator was Demi. Demi as always. Proofreader was Bean Soup. Cleaner and redrawer was Vib. And typesetter was Vib. Our goat. Alright. Our link scans. Let's go. Chi-yo. Now, once again, apparently this is Quinyo or something like that. I'm just going to pronounce it the way the English would pronounce it. And when everybody wants to correct me later, you can do so. But it's Chi-yo. As far as my understanding is as of right now. So, Chapter 57, Chi-yo. A being who has appeared in various forms across the myths and records of ancient China. I'm assuming this is pronounced Quinyo or something. Anyway, in the Shanghai Jing, classic of mountains and seas. He is an ox-headed monster, so sort of like the Minotaur, with 4 eyes and 6 arms. Okay, I don't actually know this legend, though I'm not familiar with Chinese mythology as well as I should be. I'm not that versed, so let's see. And in the Shu Yi Ji, Tales of Strange Matters, another book I'm assuming, he is a god of battle with a bronzen head and an iron brow, who consumes metals and stone. Alright, so we have different legends. And let me guess. Nay! Nay shall it be! Let's see. Meanwhile, to the people of and around the state of Qi, where he is from, he was revered as the god of war, or of militaries, who invented the 5 tools of war, the crossbow, the sword, the halberd, the spear, and the armor. But is this really the truth? The truth. The truth. What if I told you? What if I told you that the Senate was corrupt by the Dark Lord of the Sith? Let's go. Is this really the truth? Here we go. I called it without seeing it. Nay! Nay! We get this shit all the time in Record of Ragnarok. Let's go. In China, kings did not become kings. I always see them trembling and shaking. They were permitted to be kings. Shaking. By the demon god, Chi-yo. Okay. So this fat motherfucker is apparently some demon god. Okay. As is written in the CG Records of the Grand Historian, this is gonna piss off a lot of Kingdom fans, because Kingdom fans are going, wait. As someone who is up to date with Kingdom, I understand. As is written in the Shijo Records of the Grand Historian, in the 26th year of the Shi Huang, 2020 BC, the king of Qin brought about the unification of all of China. From thus, he embarked on a royal tour to the east. We haven't gotten that far in Kingdom yet. During which he ascended Mount Tai alone, performed the rite proper only to those monarchs who had received the mandate of heaven, the rite of Feng and Shun, and did homage to Chi-yu, god of militaries, who we have not seen in Ragnarok. But just what sort of ceremony was the rite of Feng and Shang? I don't know. And just what took place at the summit of Mount Tai? The only one who knew the truth of these was Qin Shi Hyung himself. And he walks down the path of stones. Okay. And now it seems like he walks into the bones of the underworld. Interesting. Interesting. He's walking into the bones of the underworld here. Sort of unironic. I think they're trying to make a parallel here, like he's already faced a god of death sort of idea, though this Chinese god, no offense to the Chinese listeners, but this Chinese god is no Hades as far as the record of Ragnarok is concerned. He's the pinnacle. So he's walking through this. There's some god we've never seen before. I'm sure he killed him. He's dragging a coffin behind him for some reason, wrapped up. God's eating. You've come at last. So you're the king of Queen. The one who overthrew the 6 warring states. Awfully young, aren't you? So he already has the bandages on his eyes. He grins. I'm still assuming that he's blind. I'm still assuming that. I've assumed that from day one. The moment we saw that his eyes were covered, I was like, not another eye power. I'm just going to assume that we're not getting another eye power. I've always said from the get-go that he's blind. And clearly here, I'm going to still assume that he was blind. Sort of like a Fujitora thing. He couldn't stand to see the horrors of war thing is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to assume he blinded himself or he was born blind. Those are my two theories that I had. I had those streams ago. So go back and check those. But yeah, that's where I'm going. Demon God Chi-Yo. Interesting. Who is texting me? Oh, it's my wife. What does she want? Buy condoms. Okay. Normally I don't use condoms, but she's been off birth control for 2 years, so she's just a little worried about the whole getting pregnant shit. So, you know, she's just a little concerned, so it's like, yeah, better safe than sorry. You know, she's been off it for 2 years. And, believe it or not, my wife doesn't cheat on me. Go figure. So she doesn't need to be on birth control for the years that when I don't see her. Crazy. Anyways, so, Demon God Chi-Yo, awfully young, aren't you? Alright. Let's check back in with the chat and see what the chat's saying about this. Let's see. Joseph said, you know what else we don't want to hear about? Anti-masker, anti-vaxxer, and Karens. This is true. Kanye said, I am here very, very late, but I'm still here. You're not late, my man. Coach is in here, said, Griever with new clothes, Pog. Yeah, it's a new sweater. Thanks for noticing, Koji. Koji said, yes, I also agree with that. I bet he's completely blind. Kanye said, Quinn looks and acts like Gojo's ancestor. A little bit. Very Gojo. Miss said, Chi-Yo looks a lot like Hajun. Yeah, he does kind of, doesn't he? I'm wondering if there's a specific connection or is this just an aesthetic for demons of the underworld? Probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Koji says, I believe all high-tier demons, or at least all demons, look like Hajun in the manga. Yeah, I think it's a little column A, column B. They all have this aesthetic to make them look similar. But anyways, continuing on, let's see. Page 10, for those of you keeping up. Humph, your courage is admirable. All the kings before you would tremble at the mere sight of me. Now, my question to you, subscribers. Do you tremble at the sight of Griever? If you do, definitely see a therapist. I'm just a mortal man. Like, I'm not that, As cool as I am, as badass as you guys think I might be, as MC shonen protagonist as I look, I'm just a dude. I'm just an Ichigo Kurosaki. So, or an Oga Tatsuma. So, if you think that you need to bow down before my presence, go seek professional help. There are plenty of hotlines out there in your country, I'm sure. Anyways, moving on. Alright, so the demon god is laughing his ass off. This reminded me of some Darksiders 3 shit. But no matter. Offer up 10,000 of your people and kneel before me. And I shall allow you to rule as emperor, king among kings. Alexander the Great is seriously going to come out and start shooting people at this point. And Quinn has no intention of doing that. So it's sacrificed. I've already seen to that. Oh, what clever thinking. He throws the casket, which he had wrapped up. I assumed was a sarcophagus. I was right. It was a coffin. Throws it. There's a mummy there. Boom, 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 boom. The god is shocked. Who is it? Catches it. Huh? Catches one man. What is the meaning of this? This figure of clay. Oh, it's a figure of clay. Ah, interesting. He kneels, picks up dirt, and says, "The soil of Quinn is most delicious. Eat to your heart's fill." Wait a minute. The god at first, you know what? To be fair to this god's like, alright, I'll give it a go. And he bites the head off the clay statue. He eats, spits it out, and says it's disgusting. Fair enough. Dirt is disgusting. So, you know what? To be fair to this Chu-Yo god, he actually did, he was like, wait a minute, I want 10,000 people. And he was like, no, trust me. This dirt, this clay doll, worth the sacrifice. Alright, I'll give it a go. Like, kudos to him. Props to this man. Not gonna lie. Let's be realistic here. The man actually, he didn't just push away the offer. He tried the offer. So he spits it at the man's feet and says, "Ha ha, so little man. You still fail to see, do you? Without my divine admittance, you will never control China." To be fair, alright, not to nitpick here, but I already have a flaw with this. Supposedly there are emperors of China before. This is the first man to unify China. So there was no emperors before. So all the people that he's talking about were just kings of states, not of countries. So he never granted shit before. Technically speaking, he's like, all the kings and emperors that came before. What kings? What emperors? You had lords. They lord over a state. That's like me taking over Carolina and being like, I'm the king of the United States, but I rule Carolina. It's like, no, you don't. You know what I mean? I have South Dakota. Clearly I'm the king of America. You know? And then asking a god to make sure it's okay that I rule one part of America when America has another 49 places. You know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sounds kind of sus to me. Honestly, this is a little bit of a historical issue here right now. I'm just saying. You will never control China. Well, technically, it was the first one to control China. So, you never granted China to anybody before, technically. God Chi-Yo. Anybody bring that up in their review? I'm just curious, because this is full of inaccuracy. Within manga, like not historical inaccuracy, within manga. He just said he granted, like, he's the one who says, you're an emperor, you're a king, you're this. But how the fuck could he grant that? He's a demon god of China, China alone, and China never had an emperor or a king up until this fucking man. So who the fuck was he granting power to this entire time? That makes no fucking sense. His whole... This is a sham. This is a Ponzi scheme. This is a scam. This dude is the guy, you're the 1 millionth rainbow color visitor. Yeah. Click here to win $1 million. That's this guy. This guy's a scam artist. That's all he is. He's a god of scams. He's the god of scams. Let's be realistic here. This guy has just, as everything I liked about him for actually trying the clay doll has just went down in the toilet. This guy means nothing. He's not even a god. Guarantee he's just like Incubus. He's just a demon. He's not actually a god. So let's see what he says to this, though. He said, you will never control China, as all they, up till now, have submitted to me, so ought you. Well, I disapprove. What? Your face, your voice, and your attitude. Before I kneel to one as hideous as you, I'd choose death. Interesting. God says, impudent whelp, do you understand? What do you say this to a god? Bold of you to call yourself a god. You man-eating beast. Yeah, he's just a demon. All the kings before me were not kings. Well, that's true. They weren't. They were just statesmen. At best, they were lords, but ruling a state of China never made them a king. I'll defeat you and become the king where it all began. Which is true. You fool! Cease your insolence! And here he goes to attack. Kun Shi Hyung versus Chi Yo. Their slow but steady death match continued for 6 whole days. And on the 7th day, he rose. Until... looks like a tongue. Yep. He killed the god. Demon God Chi-Yo defeated. Okay. At that moment, the history of China passed into the hands of man. How? You know what? Yeah, give respect to Asakura. How? In the 28th year of Shi Hung, the king of Qin performed the rite of Feng and Shang atop Mount Tai, and took on the title of Qin Shi Hyung. The end. And now we're back to the present day. Let's see what people are saying about this shit. See what people are saying. Alright. Kanye said, I'm guessing that this new demon guy looks like Hajun because that's what all the demons are like in Record of Ragnarok. That would make sense. Jonathan is in here. Hello, Jonathan. Says, Qin is, or Chin, is such a Chad in this chapter. Indeed. He seems to be pretty badass. Koji said I need a therapist, then confirmed. It's okay, Koji. I am pretty awesome. Kanye said he told the demon to eat dirt. Well... he did in a roundabout way, but the demon was like, alright. I mean, technically, what if that dirt did taste awesome? Like, if Gordon Ramsay served me dirt, and it looked like dirt, I'd still take a chance on it that Gordon Ramsay would serve me great fucking dirt. That was my argument. Kanye said they were emperors, but they didn't unify all of China normally. There were still barbarian states and places they didn't rule. Yeah, but they weren't truly emperors. Like, that's what I'm talking about. They weren't real emperors. Joseph said, do you still, like, technically, once again, if I rule South Dakota, does that make me an emperor just because I rule South Dakota? Like, I'm not an emperor. I'm a statesman at best. Joseph said, do you still think that one of the humans will die to even out the roster, or do you think something else will happen in order to make every human fight? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I think a human is going to be killed in a, like, behind-the-scenes thing. That's what I think is going to happen. I've always said that. I always thought that, like, ever since round 5 where we got a lot of behind-the-scenes action with, like, Loki and Buddha and that kind of shit, I've always thought, and by the way, we have 11 people in here and only 6 likes. Let's bump those numbers up, people. It's Christmas. Give me a gift. But, yeah, I've always thought that at the end of the day, if we had, like, if we've had these behind the scenes things happening already, then I think that a murder mystery happening behind the scenes could also work. And we've seen that they don't just get summoned. Like, Sasaki showed up, Brunhilde was surprised. Sasaki showed up and said, yeah, I'm going in round 3. So we know, and from Okita, we know that they're already summoned. They're already in the rooms. The people chosen on the list are already there. They're already in their rooms. So potentially somebody could get murdered, right? So, anyways. Myth said they needed his permission to be kings and emperors of the dynasties of states within China. I mean, yeah, but were they really kings? Were they really emperors? No. Myth said there were dominant dynasties and emperors before Qin, but none of them controlled the entirety of China. Indeed, and that's my point. They call themselves that, but were they really, is my argument. Not really. That'd be like, I'm president of Texas. It's like, you know, I'm president, like, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't really hold a lot of water. They were dominant dynasties before Qin, yeah. Kanye said, I think what they meant is that he won't destroy your kingdom if you try to conquer China. Fair enough. Tenryo said, Qin Shi Huang acting so smug towards Ares and Hermes makes total sense in retrospect. He already killed a god in his lifetime on Earth. Fair enough, but that was a demon god, technically, so maybe not a true god. We don't know. Miss Content said, I'm sure some of those states were the size of England, and England had kings. Yeah, but England also had an empire. So, we controlled, the British Empire controlled a lot more than China ever did. Let's just be realistic. We still own Australia, and technically where I live. The Commonwealth is still active. Let's just be real. Kanye said, yeah, they weren't real emperors, but they called themselves that to boost their credibility and their ego. Let's be realistic. This is like the Bronze Age. No one could have fact-checked if he was true emperor or not. Fair enough. Miss said, ancient China was like ancient Greece, and that the concept of the entire country didn't exist, and each state was effectively in its own country. Fair enough, fair enough. But it's laughable looking at it in retrospect, is all I'm saying. Alright, so jumping back to Chapter 57, we are on page 19, if anybody is, and I hope you guys are, following along. So, we're jumping back to the fight, where Hades got knocked down. And Goal even is there saying, wow, that was awesome. I can't believe he sent Hades flying. I'm pretty sure that Hades is about to fucking kick some ass. I'm pretty sure Hades is about to kick some ass. But what was that move? Says Gaul. What just happened? To Brunhilde, of course. That would be the techniques which Qin Shi Huang mastered in the midst of his battle with Qi Yo, the ultimate martial art, derived from 5 different fighting styles. Of course, the sword, the spear, the halberd, the crossbow, and the armor, which he named Qi Yo. Enhanced, I'm sure, by the Volund, but to be fair, is a martial arts skill developed by a demon god better than the demon king? Like the king of all demons? I'm pretty sure Hades has a better martial art than some mortal thing. But let's go. Ares, it's just like back then. Before I even realized it, he'd thrown me. Ares, remembering he threw him. And that human did the exact same thing against Hades. But still, just what sort of technique could strike him like that? Hermes says, from what I could see, he deflected the energy of Hades' attack and then immediately sent it back at him. It wasn't actually Qin that did it. It was Hades' own attack that hurt him. Well, that's easy to say, but I don't know of any human, no, any god even, who could pull off such a feat against Hades. Ares said, which means Hades just took his own sheer power. Hades is sitting there like, oh, alright then. Hades is probably like, oh, alright. So, oh, there's Hades. How's he feeling? How's he feel? I'm pretty sure Hades is gonna be like, Hades is gonna do this whole. Well, no wonder I felt some pain. My own power quacks quite a punch, doesn't it? He's gonna pull some Escanor shit, be like, I see your gimmick. You can't fight me head on, so you're gonna use my own power against me because you can't fight me straight up, bitch. He's gonna do some Escanor level shit with like, oh, no wonder I'm bleeding. My own power against me? Yeah, I see it. That's what he's gonna do. Because that's literally what he did. What this dude did was just Estarossa Escanor. You know how that fight ended? Escanor didn't use 100% of his strength. So let's just keep reading. Let's just keep reading, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm just saying, this is Estarossa Escanor done again in Record of Ragnarok. And I'm saying, just read how that fight went. Just read how that fight went. So, Hades, on his ass, looking down, bleeding, cough, standing up, still willing to fight, Lord of the Netherworld. Oh, you're gonna talk smack? Alright, so Hades stood up, Hermes Ares shocked, Brunhild's gold, everybody shocked. Qin Shi Hyung, was it? Tell me one thing. What, in your eyes, makes a king? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Everyone's shocked. A king, he says, one who never doubts, never yields, never relies. This is a... No, you got this wrong. This is wrong. One who never doubts? No, you should always doubt. Never yields? Should know when to yield. Never relies? Should always rely. Hades is going to have the right answer. And always stands as leader of his people. That is what makes a king. No, this is some Fate Stay Night shit. This is not what makes a king. You should always doubt. You should always be willing to yield. And you should always be able to rely on people. He's talking about a dictator, not a king. No, I lost. Guys. Lost a lot of points for this man. I've seen this shit many times. I've seen this in Fate Stay Night. I've seen this in... What else have I seen this in? Not just Fate. Where am I thinking of this? In Yona the Dawn? Look, I've got multiple sources. Full Metal Alchemist. I got sources. Fate Stay Zero. What else? A king that can't rely. Where else have I seen this? I think not One Piece. Not Toriko. Shaman King. Like, look, we're getting a lot of minuses for this man. I know you guys probably love him. Hades is gonna wipe the floor with this man. Hades is gonna be more human. Hades is gonna be Heracles here. Hades is gonna tell him that this is not what makes a king. Because this dude thinks that brute force and brute power and being the strongest makes him a king. And where else did I see this? Inuyasha was this. What else? Seven Deadly Sins thought this too. So many mangas, so many bad characters were one-dimensional with this shit. They were like, the strongest becomes the king. Law of the jungle sort of idea. No. Shishio Makoto did it right. No one's done it right since. If you're not Frieza and you're not Shishio, you can't do this one-dimensional law of the jungle, the strong survive, the weak die mentality. They topped it. Everyone else, you're a carbon copy and you're... No. Ooh. I'm seeing some bad signs here, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad. He's going down for me. He's going way down. He's below Raiden right now for me. You guys probably like him, but no. That is what makes a king. Alright, Hades shocked. He's going to attack him. Huh, says Hades. He's questioning. Hades is laughing his ass off. Let's go. Hades knows he's full. He's going to say, you're so full of shit. Let's go. He's going to tell him. He's going to tell him to fuck off. That his mentality of what makes a king is wrong. I remember this. Gilgamesh, Alexander, and fucking Arthur having this conversation. And they told Arthur, you're not a good king. You're not a good king. Your mentality is too naive. That one-dimensional thinking is not right. Hades is laughing. Laughing. Let's go. Ares. What booming laughs. I've never seen this from Hades before. Or even Hermes. Me either. Ha 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 ha. And Quinn starts laughing. Ah ha ha ha. They're both laughing. Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha. What the fuck are you laughing about? I'm waiting for that. Ah ha ha ha. Hermes. The whole crowd shocked. Chin says, ha, so what do you find so funny? Hades says, ha, you remind me of someone I know all too well. I do? Yes. We have no need for armies. He was more noble than any other god. No need for betrayal, more steadfast than any other, and no need for support. And the god most worthy of the title of king. Always thinking of Poseidon. Yeah. So if you don't like Poseidon, you can't like this motherfucker from China. Because, I didn't even make that connection. I was thinking total three-dimensional. Hades is one-dimensional here with the whole two peas in a pod. You either love Poseidon. If you love Poseidon, you gotta love this guy. If you hate Poseidon, you can't like this guy. He's the same. Hades is making the connection. The manga is telling you they're the same. And they are. The whole, we have no need for armies, no need for betrayal, and no need for support. My younger brother, Poseidon, king of the seas. Hades, and I swear by his name. Oh, here we go. As his elder brother. Oh, look at that. Look at that spiritual pressure. I shan't give in to a mere king of men. He's holding his spear so high up. What kind of stance is that? And it's the wrong direction. Like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what? Jen's ready. Hades, here we go. It was an attack unleashed from an unusual stance by Hades, known for the sturdiness of his spear. Hence, it was not a thrust. What's he gonna do? Oh shit. He's going to boom, it's a slash. But the proper way of fighting with the spear. With all his might, the king of the netherworld delivered a crushing downward swing. Smasher of earth, Persephone Titan. I love how all his attacks are named after his wife. It's so nice. We got to see his wife soon. Chiyo, armor form. Heavenly hand of defense. Ah, there it is. Oh no, he's going to redirect it again with that move. No, he's going to break through it. Because remember, that's a demon god. Who's the king of demons? Let's fucking go. I'm not worried about Hades. I don't know about you guys. I'm not fucking worried about the man, the king of all demons. I'm not worried about this motherfucker because that dude might have been a demon god. But Hades is the god of all demon gods. So let's calm our hearts. Let's do a Matthew McConaughey here. Hades, 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 Hades. Let's go. Hermes even doubts it. Look at Hermes. No, I doubt that actually. Ares, huh? Boom, here comes. Tried to take all of this. What's he? Oh. King of men. Boom! Boom! Boom, baby, boom, baby, boom, boom, boom! Let's go! Oh, crash! Oh, shit. It's over. He's gonna deflect it. No, Hades is like, gonna deflect. This is so... Well, I told you Escanor level. I told you guys Escanor level. You think you can deflect me? Who decided that? Boom, baby! He's gonna break the armor of some petty demon. A demon god? It's fucking Hades. So, a king of man learns some bullshit martial arts skill from some petty demon god. Some mid-tier god at best. This is motherfucking Hades. He's gonna go, who decided that? Boom, baby! Watch, he's gonna crack right through it. Slip! It's only a touchdown when the referee goes like this. And I called a motherfucking Dallas Cowboy Troy Aikman level touchdown. That's what I called. Fuck yeah. Boom. Boom. Right. Oh. The combined force of swinging it down and drawing it back is too much for him to deflect. That's right. I am king of the netherworld. Hades. Let's see. Hades! Boom! Boom, 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 boom. Break the earth beneath him. Fall. And be crushed. Bam! And he's lifted off the air by his own power. Let's go. Let's go. Breaking the earth. Everybody shocked? Everybody shocked. Hades back on his feet. He put that motherfucker into the ground. And let's be realistic. This is a Poseidon motherfucker. This is a Poseidon level motherfucker. And that speech took him down to probably... Let me think of the human fighters. Who are the human fighters? We have Lubu. Pretty cool. We have Adam. Awesome. We have Sasai. Clearly. Jack. Yeah. Ryan. Buddha. Okay, so literally this dude just became the worst human fighter. He became the worst human fighter in this chapter for me because he does not know what a king is. He's a cocky brat who's got too much power. Too much power. That's all he's got. He's got too much power and he's a cocky brat with it. He does not know what it is to be a king or to lead people. No wonder China's so fucked up in this day and age. They followed this dude's example. So that's page 45. I'm going to just keep going instead of checking the chat. So, Hades looking smug, which he should. Goal shocked. Brunhilde shocked. Boom! He blows away the wind with his spear. Hades does. Everybody's shocked. He's down on the ground. He's dead. Cough! Well, I knew this wouldn't be the end of the fight. He's got to give Hades a run for his money. Oh-ho! So you're still alive, says Hades. He's not surprised by this. Picks himself up. Cough. It's sticky. Soaked with blood. Boo-ha. Still willing to fight. King of men. Hades! Momentai. Listen. You can steal my Digimon Tamer's fucking level. That's... Momentai is for my Digimon. You leave that word the fuck alone. You already did that one chapter. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear Momentai from my Digimon in Season 3. From Digimon Tamers. I want to hear Momentai from Terrymon. I don't want to hear it from you. You Poseidon wannabe bitch. I don't want to hear it. If I see Momentai again, I'm going to hate this character for the rest of the life. So he takes off the bandages. Everybody bows, closes their eyes. Hades looks on. Now then. Oh, maybe I was right. He's blind. Shall we continue, King of the Netherworld? Looks like he is blind. Or I'm assuming, or maybe those eyes are special. Hard to say. But they're white. And that is apparently the end of the chapter. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. What are people saying about this in the chat? We have 13 people in here and only 8 likes. What is happening? Get those likes to double digits. It's Christmas time, people. Christmas time. Like the goddamn video. Like the video. Christ's sakes. It's not that much to ask. You're already watching. You already clicked the video. Might as well click the like button, right? Okay. So now let's read how everybody disagrees with me. Alright, scrolling up. Let's see. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Alright. Kanye said, Hades, please don't just use as a spear. You're the king of hell. Don't fight like a basic soldier. Does he really need to do anything more? Think about it. Miss Khan said, uh-oh, Quinn loses social credit points. 100% he's acting like a Poseidon. And that was proven in the manga, so I'm not wrong. The manga itself did it, so nobody can dispute it. One said, he is talking about a dictator. That's kind of what an emperor was, same as king. No, a king is not necessarily a dictator. An emperor is a dictator, a king necessarily is not. Jay Warrior said, I don't think there will be a murder behind the scenes for a simple fact that someone wants to see someone fight, and if you kill a fighter off before you see them fight, you'll lose fans. I think it would add to the intrigue, but how else are we going to have all the fights? Then I don't see it. Says Jay Warrior. Kanye said, I'm getting flashback to the scene where all the kings were just roasting Saber and her idea of a king. Love that scene. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm literally talking about. Saber was wrong about what it is to be a king, and so is Chin. And right now, he lost a lot of points for me. He's my least favorite human fighter. Tenyo said, Iskander from Alexander. I hate how big... Iskandar, a rider. No, it's Alexander the Great. Just call him what he is. From Fate Zero said it best. A king should be the greater than all of his people combined. A king's will should be greater. Exactly. That is true. Miss said, Chin is like Poseidon, but with actual personality and charisma. You can argue that, but he's still Poseidon, which makes him shit. Tenryo said, Chin has more personality than Poseidon, so they're not equally appealing characters. The manga itself said that he's basically the same character. Jay Warrior said, and this is just because his philosophy about what a king is totally took him down on the totem pole for me, so I'm always going to just argue the point that Hades, even in manga, the manga said he was the same, so, you know. I'm just gonna ride that train to death's door, guys. Don't worry about it. Jay Warrior said, Poseidon may be a good king, but he has no personality. Agreed. He's just Chin. Cosmo93 said, everyone so far has some sort of friendship boost or Valkyrie boost, but Chin is all alone. I don't see him winning at all. No, I don't either. Hades is gonna win. I've said this from the beginning. Tenryo said, I also see no issue with Chin having a flawed ideology like that. I don't see a problem with it. I just hate him for it. It's good to have a more ethically ambiguous fighters on the human side. Not all of them should be superheroes of justice. We already had Jack the Ripper, man. What do you want, the Zodiac Killer next? Kanye said, Chin is going to have a character development through the fight. He learns how to be a true king. I don't know. Maybe. Caden said, Chin killed a demon god with his bare hands without weapons he has now. Once again, a demon god, not a real god. Let's be real. One said, if he lives, that is. We said for that. Joseph said, but Hades isn't a demon king, nor is he the king of hell in actual Greek mythology. Heaven, hell, and purgatory are all in the underworld. He is still the king of he's the king of Helheim in this universe, which means it is hell, purgatory, and all of that. He encompasses all the hells. Every hell of every religion, Hades is the king of. From what we understand in Record of Ragnarok. Record of Ragnarok explains the 3 planes of existence, and Hades rules where everybody dies. So, Cosmos93 said, so did Jack kill Cerberus along with Herc? We don't know. Maybe. The one said he is the king of hell and the dead. Yes, he is. Here, all hell is the combination of mythos about hell. Yes, and he rules over it. Yes, one has a basic breakdown. Joseph said, why do you think we only saw some of the fighters' techniques? I don't know. Honestly, I complained about that in round 5. Joseph said, we only saw 5 of Buddha's 6 realms, 4 of Heracles' 12 labors, one of them being interrupted and not fully used, and not all of right and forbidden moves. I know, I didn't like it either. I didn't like it much either, Joseph. I complained about that. If you've been around long enough to know that I've complained about that before, I don't have a good answer. I really don't. And we have 12 viewers in here and only 8 likes. Come on, guys. Unless there's 4 dislikes, let's boost that up. I don't need 12 likes. I just need 10. 2 more likes. That's all I'm asking. Miss said, Chin finally recognizes Hades as a king. He should. He's like the original king. He's older than Zeus. Kanye said, we need more Hades and less, and I'm going to avenge my brother Poseidon. Hades is a badass inherently. He doesn't have to fight for someone else. There's something to be said for that. I like what I've seen so far. And then we got our 10 likes. Thanks, guys. Miss said, 2 fellow kings acknowledging each other. Indeed, I will admit to that. Jay Warrior said, you sound real biased, man. Against Chin? Well, this chapter did not do him any favors. Honestly, I was a Hades man just because I like Hades. I just like Hades' design and personality better than Chin from the get-go without seeing either one of them. But then, after this chapter, of course I'm biased towards Hades. I don't like Chin's attitude. Chin would be an Adolf Hitler in the world that we live in. Chin would be an Adolf. So, I have no... Hades might be king of the underworld, but that doesn't mean he's bad. Right? The entire chat will argue with you that Hades is one of the most benevolent Greek gods of them all in actual mythology. So, I'm telling you right now, I'd rather put my life in the hands of Hades than I would in Chin every day of the week. Especially in Record of Ragnarok. Especially Record of Ragnarok interpretation. And also, Jay Warrior, what did you expect? You're in my stream. Did you want not me to give my opinion? Did you want me to sit here and read the chapter like a narrator without an opinion? Or did you want my opinion? Can't have it both ways. Either I'm biased, or I'm not, or I'm a narrator. Can't have it both ways. Tenryo said, your takes can be ridiculous sometimes, gotta be honest. My takes are awesome. You guys are just not... You're just not on my 31-year-old brain level to think about it. Kanye said, a king is someone who represents the ideals of a nation. A dictator is a nation being forced into servitude. That's actually a good point. Kanye making a good point. Miss said, still got my money on Hades. Me too, Miss. Me too. Tenryo said, after the stream, I'm kind of tempted to root for Chin now. You go root for Chin. You go root. And when he loses, and I'm right, what are you going to do? See, the difference is, here's the difference. We're going to talk about this right now. Here's the difference. When I'm wrong, I go, I was fucking wrong. Whatever. When you guys are wrong, you all disappear. You don't never bring it up again. But you guys will bring it up to me when I'm wrong. Like, if I make a 1% chance of happening, Zoro is going to kill Kaido. 1000 chapter 36, I just read it. Zoro is 100% going to kill Kaido right now, right? You guys are going to laugh your ass off at me right now, right? I don't believe in this theory. I'm just saying. I'm just using this as an example. I say, if it happens, where the fuck are all you guys going to be and come congratulate me? You're not. You're not going to congratulate me. You know why? Because you all fucking laughed at me. You called me biased. You called me a Zoro fanboy. You told me to stop sucking off Zoro's dick. Right? That's what you all said. But when I'm actually fucking right about an unpopular theory, and it actually gets proven right later on, you guys are all going to fucking disappear. So don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit like I'm biased. It's my stream. It's my opinion. Go fuck yourself. You know? If you don't want my opinion, go find someone who will agree with you with a bunch of yes men. Hello, 911, Donald Trump and the Republicans. I'd like to have a bunch of yes men surround me so I can start World War III. Oh, we don't like that? Click. You want that? Or do you want actual opinions? Right? You want Chin to win? Great. I don't like Chin right now. I liked Chin before this chapter. I don't like him now because of this chapter. You don't have to agree with that. You can think that Chin is the best character in Record of Ragnarok. That's fine. If you like him. I like his design. I don't like his character or his attitude anymore. Based on this chapter. Not because I fanboy Hades. But because of his speech about what it is to be a king. That halfway through the chapter, it broke me. Not a fan. If you like it, great. I don't. Respect my opinion the way I will respect yours. I still don't think that Hades is going to lose, but if he does lose, if Hades does lose, I'm going to sit here and go, well, I was wrong. Like, I'm not going to hold it against any of you. If Chin loses, you know what I'm saying? You guys gotta get a little more mature about this shit. We're not even power scaling here. Let's continue. Wait, where did I leave off? To fellow Kingston, you sound real biased, man. Some of my takes are ridiculous. That's coming from Tenure, though, so I shouldn't take it seriously. Kanye said the king is someone who represents an idea. Yeah, still got my money on Hades. Tenure said after the stream, I'm kind of tempted to root for Quinn now. Arteleon, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, Arteleon says, Chin cared about his people, but Poseidon didn't. From what I understand from this chapter, he doesn't give a shit about his people at all. Hence why I don't like him. Cosmo said, Salt Frog would one-shot both fighters. Cosmo, thinking next spring. Joseph said, great, now I feel bad for liking Chin because he's apparently like Poseidon. I never saw this. I'm not good at recognizing this type of stuff. No, the cool thing about it is his design. You can like him. No, Joseph, you can like him. I just don't. It's okay to disagree with me. So, like, in the same way that I disagree with most of my chat. It's okay to disagree with me. Artillon said, why would he be an Adolf? Because he believes in dictatorship. Did you not read that speech? He believes that he is the one who's right all the time. He doesn't need support. He doesn't need people. He doesn't need anybody. His way is the right way, and anything else standing in his way needs to be eliminated. He's literally a dictator. He's Genghis Khan. He's Joseph Stalin. He's Mao Zedong. He's Adolf Hitler. He is literally a dictator. He's a tyrant. And in real history, he was a tyrant. So this falls into line, you know. Of course he's Adolf. Kanye said, I think Hades should have more diverse moves just because I don't want another Weapon Master fighter. We are halfway through the tournament, spice things up. I do agree with that, Kanye. I do agree with that. Miz said, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure real life Chin was a tyrant who went batshit insane, drinking mercury to try to become immortal. This is actually true. This is true. And proves my point. Cosmo93 said, do you think the Terracotta Army will fight with Chin or just one-on-one? I think it'll be a one-on-one. Miz said, hoping Hades starts using some magic powers. The pure physical fighters on the god side is getting a little stale. I agree. Tenryo says, Hades doesn't know everything about Chin. He only compared their ideologies, not overall personalities. Defend him all you want, Tenryu. You clearly like him. It's fine. Jay Warrior said, I don't care what anyone says about Chin, but nobody can claim Hades is taking the fight easy and downplay Chin. I'm not downplaying him. I'm saying that he's a shitty character. Not that he's a shitty character, that I don't like him, and I think he's shitty. Key point. I don't like him. Not that he's a bad character. I just don't like him. Kanye said, Griever just spitting facts all throughout his stream. That's what I do. Leonidas Pendragon. That is a badass name. I do agree with Griever, but I still like Quinn more than Poseidon for some reason. Fair enough. I do too. Let's get that out of the way too. I actually like Chin better than Poseidon. I said he's my least favorite human fighter. I do like him more than Poseidon. Let's be realistic. I do like him. And I like him more than Shiva. He's not my least favorite character. Just to get that out of the gate. And that is a badass name. Leonidas Pendragon. So not only you're a Spartan, you're Arthur Pendragon. You rule Camelot and you rule Sparta. Fucking yeah. Kanye said, isn't every single opinion inherently biased at some point because that's what your opinion is, personal ideals, and thoughts? Thank you, Kanye. That's exactly what it is. Some people don't understand that. Joseph said, in a history documentary about Qin Shi Huang, they said that he cared about his people and didn't tolerate corruption from bureaucrats, so I don't think he was a tyrant in real life. Hard to say. I think he was a tyrant. I mean, they were all tyrants back then. William the Conqueror was a tyrant, and that was only 1100 AD. So, Kanye said, and that's where I come from, so... Kanye said at Tenryu, he never said flawed characters can't be good, but a flawed ideology can make someone not like a character. That's what I said. Like if someone had an ideology that all women were trash, you would hate them. Exactly. I don't like his ideology of what it makes to mean a king. Hence, I don't like him as a character. Artilon said, well, he fought the demons so he could free the people of China. No, that's not really why he did it, from what I understand. That was Poseidon's speech, right? I guess. Kanye said he fought a demon so he could become king, not to free the people. There we go. Joseph said, can someone please explain to me why everyone hypes the Salt Frog so much? I seriously don't get that. Neither do I really, but I just go with it. Cosmo said, do you think the fact that Chin hasn't met or practiced with the Valkyrie will play a part in the fight? Nobody practices with their Valkyrie, to be fair. Tenryu said, fair. Archulon said, well, you think it'd be better to let the demon control the people of China? Leonidas Pendragon said, I know this isn't related to the chapter at all, but how interested are you in the Simon Haya fight? Not very much at all, honestly. I'm more interested in the Rasputin and the Tesla fight and the Leonidas fight. Those are my top 3 fights that I want to see. Haley said, yo, Griever. Joseph said, remember when you said that before the anime Lubu was your least favorite fight? Favorite spelt wrong. Or at least you didn't fully get it, but when you saw the anime, you began to love it more. Indeed, I do agree. I changed my opinion on that. Lubu versus Thor is definitely one of my favorite fights now. Joseph said, well, I think I have that for round 4, Jack versus Heracles, and I hope the anime makes me see what you see in Heracles before I really want to see that. That will be fantastic, because right now, for me, it goes round 4, round 2, round 1. Those are my top 3. Not going to lie. But that was before it was round 3. Round 3 was my 3rd place. Now it's round 1. And that's after the anime. which everybody hates. Weird. Haley said, I wish Vishnu was in this. He is. Artelon said it said the Chinese people would bad talk the rulers before them. Oh, really? Tenrio said, personally, I'm fine with having another morality question fighter on the human side like Jack. Yeah, me too. Aside from Lubu and Jack, all the previous fighters are straight good guys. This is true. Jay Warrior said Vishnu is in the manga. This is also true. Alright, so we're done with the chapter, but I think we're going to, if I can at Misk, I'll jump into the VC and we can do a chat. We can do a chat. We can do a little bit of VCing, then you guys can listen to it. If you guys like. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute. I'm going to quickly go take a quick break. We've been doing this for over an hour. We'll be right back, and then we will do a discussion on this if I can get anybody in the VC. If not, we'll end the stream. Then I'll get back to doing shit. Alright. Sorry about that. No, we probably lost some viewers there. Let's see. Vashnu is in the manga. Haley said, when will he appear in the manga? He already appeared and he's long gone. Kandi said, unrelated, but how do you think of Fate Stay Night? I like Fate Stay Night. Tenrio said, apologies if I overacted, by the way. No, you didn't. You just gotta tone down the insulting tone in which you type. Though, I'm also at fault for that, Tenryu, so let's just call a spade. We're both bad for that. So, it's all even keel. Joseph said, in the VC, that thing of how you're able to invite Misk and actually talk to him, so if you could do that with anyone in the chat? Yeah. Joseph, if you join my Discord, then you can jump in anytime. Which I'm going to do right about now. I'm going to plug in, and anybody is willing to join as long as you have a good mic. Like, we're gonna have to mute you if you can't well, here's basically my rules. If you can't speak well and your audio sucks, then you can't join. But like, yeah. So I'm gonna at Misk and everybody right now, and just see if everybody's available. Let's see, at Misk, at, let's see, Neve, at, who else? Let's at, yeah, Neo, sure. There we go. So, If anybody wants to join, all you have to do is just jump into the VC general chat. I don't make a big deal out of mod chat or anything like that. Neve says that she's eating right now, so she might jump in a bit. So there we go. But anybody who wants to, all you have to do is join the Discord and jump in.
Hello! Hello, Griever!
Oh, hi, Haley. How you doing?
I love your streams, by the way.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm glad you enjoy them. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. I was just late.
Yeah. I mean, you're not really that late. I mean, streams are something that you just jump into, right? It's nothing. There we go. And there's Tenryo. Hi, Tenryo. How you doing?
Hello.
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Doing good. Doing good. Just thinking about some Record of Ragnarok and how everybody's thinking about it.
You know what was so funny?
What's that?
Yesterday, you roasting all those don't know characters. Like, okay, you know the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
What is the number one thing or scene that you don't like in the Grinch?
Oh, the number one scene I don't like in the Grinch. Are you talking like the Jim Carrey version or the original version?
Talk about both.
Oh, the original version. There's no bad scenes in the original. Like, let's be realistic. That's a 10 out of 10 classic. But in the Jim Carrey one, honestly, I think, I guess for me it would be like, in the original, like, I enjoyed watching it the first time, but now, like, if I could skip through the awkward scenes, it's sort of like those scenes in romantic comedies where it's like, ha ha ha, I like you sort of idea. I would skip the whole, hey, you're 6 years old and you have a beard, ha 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 ha. It's like, I'd skip that. I'd skip those.
Why do you like Vishnu so much?
Why do I like what? Vishnu? Because he's he lights a cigarette because he's a lightning god and he lights it with his lightning. That's awesome.
I mean, to me it's like, I like Vishnu because, I mean, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? Like, all the other Hindu gods, where's Kalbelov? You know, he's the cool dude. He's the blue guy. You know, the one that protects Kashyap.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Well, Haley, they can't actually showcase every. I mean, there's over 1,000 Hindu gods. They can't showcase all of them. They have to choose.
why does he handpick a few gods? Like, I mean, there's, I know there's a lot of Hindu gods, but some of them, but what if the man that fought, who did Shiva fight again? I don't remember.
Raiden.
So, you know, there's one thing that kind of irks me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the snake around Shiva's neck?
Well, they didn't. They weren't able to include some things like, and a lot of people have complained about that. I even talked about that in my Shiva video, which was basically all about the idea that there was a lot of aspects of different gods that were not implemented. Like, for example, Zeus didn't use a thunderbolt. He didn't use a lightning bolt in his hands in his fight against Adam, and some people complain about that in the same light. You know, the thing is that Record of Ragnarok is an interpretation of different mythologies, and right, exactly. And all they're taking sometimes a more basic approach, sometimes a more in-depth approach, but for the most part, they're just trying to take an approach.
They didn't add Krishna. Like,
No, Krishna was there
No. Where?
in the Hindu pantheon.
Show me. Like, show me in the manga.
They were there, like Braham and Vishnu
Not
and all of them.
his name is Vishnu.
Like that.
Yeah. Brahma is sexy.
But they were all there. They were there in the backstory. They're just not present.
Interpreted Brahma in the manga. The guy movie. And he's supposed to be like a really old dude with a beard, but they hit it like they hit it hard. I don't know. It's not offensive to India.
I mean,
Like,
I think they were more offended by other things that is beyond my comprehension.
I mean, to me, I like Brahma. Like Brahma is one of the. He's a creator god, but I like Brahma. The way they did him reminds me so much of that dude from Street Fighter. You know, the one with the giant beads around his neck.
Yeah, but that's more of a Buddha beads thing than anything else.
That's what. I mean, so what about Parvati? What do you think about her?
About who?
Parvati.
She's not really there, so I don't really give a shit.
No, she is there.
I mean, she might be, but once again, I don't give a shit about Shiva, so I don't give a shit about the Hindu pantheon very much either, to be honest with you. Vishnu is the only reason that I actually gave a shit, because he got to light a cigarette with his lightning bolt, and that was kind of cool, and
I mean, he's got multiple incarnations. He's got Rama. He's got Krishna. You know, also, they call him Narayan. And there's just all of his devotees.
yeah, there's some issues. Tenryo, do you have anything on the India controversy on this one?
No,
No.
I don't.
Not really, honestly. I just think they're overreacting. I mean, Shiva won a fight at least. They were represented well, and they showed a lot of Hindu gods. And Hindu mythology is very underused in a lot of fictional stories. Like, Asura's Wrath deserves a lot of credit for representing them. And then we have Record of Ragnarok. And then they still kind of complain, so I think they're really being too sensitive.
I mean, yeah, I think overall, like, it's funny how much hate I get on my Shiva video, which has nothing to do with the controversy. It's just a discussion about the real word Shiva versus the interpretation in Record of Ragnarok. But the idea is, at the end of the day, is that whether they're being too sensitive or not is not up to me to decide as a white boy who is not in any religion. But at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, what are we really supposed to say about it? I can't tell someone who is religiously faithful to the Hindu pantheon to not be too sensitive to something. That's unfair of me to tell them to get over it. That's not fair. However, I think that there is a grain of salt that should be taken and say that this is a work of fiction, not the gospel. So let's just sort of roll back. There's an argument on both points. I think there's a little push and a little bit of shove on both sides. That's all I'm on the side of.
Imagine showing Record of Ragnarok to Christians, because Jesus Christ is apparently not even a god. He's just a regular human. Man, they would
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
wait. Actually, he died for our sins. So, he resurrected on the third day. So, he was the Son of God.
Well, from what we understand from Christian mythology, that's what they believe.
No, Christianity is not a mythological thing, so.
Well, it technically is. Every religion is a mythology. Or it will become one, eventually. Hinduism is older than Christianity. It doesn't mean it's correct. Neither does Christianity. At the end of the day, we don't know, and when I die at 81 years old, I'll find out. I'll find out which one was right. And I'm not going to assume, as a mortal with an IQ of 144, that I know better than anybody else.
Is it okay if I swear here?
Yeah, you can swear, just no slurs.
Okay, so, although Takus and Ninja are about really, really pissed right now, they're upset
Mm-hmm.
about this stupid ban. Like, I mean, that is really, really stupid. I mean, why can't they just let it play? Or I'm pretty sure India's getting roasted right now by a bunch of otakus.
I don't know and don't really care about that controversy. Cosmo93 says, imagine the outrage if the Prophet Muhammad appeared. I can only imagine. I think that's the reason that they're not showing like Yuha or God in Record of Ragnarok, is that they're sick and tired. They've already seen all the controversy they got over representing Shiva, so they don't want to showcase the Christian God in fear of fucking a bunch of the Catholic Church going AWOL and fucking walking around like Leatherface at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, waving fucking signs of heathens, 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 blasphemy, blasphemy. They don't want to see that shit. So,
I don't
which is
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or I don't like Halloween. Well, if you talk about the ring, all the yokai could be there. Like, I mean, it's a big tournament. I'm talking huge tournament.
yeah, it is.
And I bet Shiva would probably be like approving of this, or actual Shiva. And I think he would technically tell us, I mean, I respect Shiva and all the other Hindu gods. I mean, unless if we see a man eating chips beside their god, or satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
All of ours.
No, what do you think about this chapter? Do you love it or hate it?
I mean, I like the chapter. I think I spoke about what I dislike about it and what I like about it already in the whole thing. Oh, there's and we're meeting with Misk and Joseph are both in here. Hi, Misk and Joseph. How are you guys doing?
Griever,
It sounds good. Yes, I can hear you, Joseph.
really? Wow.
Yeah, it's working just fine, my friend. It's working just fine.
Wow. I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. I did not think this would actually happen.
Oh,
Weird, doesn't it?
you know, it's funny. It's funny that you say that, because that was before Miss started his channel. That was the first words he said to me too. He's like, "Wow, I can't."
I had started my channel, but I think I had made I was like a little over 100 subscribers or something. This was when I was still smaller than you. So
Yeah.
I joined your Canadian Thanksgiving stream.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking strange.
Yeah. It's so funny when people first come in and they start talking to me on VC and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm talking to a celebrity." I'm like, "I have like 500 subscribers. Why am I?"
Hey, you're so funny, Griever. You're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
You're still way more famous than I am.
Well, technically, anybody who has over 700 subscribers is more famous than me, and that's a lot of fucking people. So let's be realistic.
I mean,
I'm not trying to
congrats
be.
on the 736 subs. Good luck. You're getting close to 1,000 subs.
One
So,
one day,
That's,
one day.
That's the
if
idea.
you
That's the
reach
plan.
1,000
That
subs, I would like it if you actually read all of the Viper's mangas.
Hold on, I
I
gotta
do.
mute myself for a while.
Okay, Joseph.
Read through of all the Viper's mangas.
Yeah, I mean, I do catch up with them when I'm when I buy them, but only when they're released in English and they're in volume format that I can buy, you know. And then I also have to have the money. What's that, Misk?
I actually saw one of those volumes at Barnes and Noble the other day. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I
I hadn't heard of it until hearing from it on your channel.
yeah, they're really good. I think I have up to whatever volume I reviewed, 8 or 9, and I think
They're 8 right now.
yeah, I think 9 is available, but I don't have the money to buy one right now, so I gotta wait. But either way, it's really good. It's definitely really, really, really good. So there is that. There is that.
It's like,
But anyways,
I mean, like, you know the One Punch Man chapters? I
mm-hmm.
mean, it's like, so the reason why I don't like One Punch Man is because he's way too overpowered.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Well, he is.
Wait, I mean,
No,
in
like-
universe, Saitama's
No.
overpowered. That's kind of his shtick.
Saitama destroyed the moon in seconds. That
Well,
doesn't count.
He didn't destroy it. He did a crater.
He did a lot of damage to the moon just by jumping on it. He could
No,
probably
I
destroy the
mean-
moon if punched.
This is true.
Yeah, he could. He could, absolutely.
You see, the reason that One Punch Man does not have the same problem that a lot of other series with overpowered
No,
characters,
it's like
basically
no.
any series with an overpowered main character avoids being terrible by putting a lot of focus on the other not overpowered characters.
Exactly.
But if they toned down his power a little bit, then we wouldn't have got more, you know. By the way, can I say this?
It depends on what you're gonna say. No slurs.
Yeah, don't say anything with submission to community guidelines.
Yeah.
Killua was the dumbest kid in Blue. I mean, Killua and Ron are really, really dumb.
I mean, Killua was kind of
Yeah, Killua's not a bad character. I like Killua. And I don't even like Hunter x Hunter. You're doing yourself a favor, Joseph, by not reading Hunter x Hunter. It's a droll. Yeah.
I watched up to I watched the first of the Iron Heart, and that sucked. I mean,
Wait, like everything in Hunter x Hunter sucks?
I mean, up to the Fire, like, I'm sorry, Fire and Heart, up to the Ant Heart.
Okay, I, as someone who has watched all of Hunter x Hunter, my personal take is that Hunter exam was more focused on the rest
But
of
I wish.
and then I
Now,
seem to be the
they
person.
reboot this series. If they ever reboot this series, I would love to see them, you know, if they ever do reboot the series.
It's not.
Why did Dino
I don't know. A bot just did Haley say something about? Did Haley say a slur? Because my bots are programmed to ban on slurs. I no, yeah, Dino's a bot, but Dino bans people automatically ever since the the Balder incident. Ever since the Balder incident, I put a automatic ban on anybody who slurs. I don't know if it works on voice chat. Apparently it does, or maybe she tried to type something. I have no idea either. I have no idea how. No. That was weird. I apologize, Haley. I apologize if you're still in the stream. I apologize because apparently there's nobody in the stream. So we got 5 people in the VC and nobody watching. That's sad. But yeah. Well, fuck off, guys. Fuck off, guys. Exactly. I do both. I don't know what the fuck people. Sure.
Stream delay. Live stream delay.
Yeah.
What you just need to do is just
Yeah.
mute the stream on YouTube.
You mute the stream on YouTube so you keep the window open and then you just go into Discord and leave Discord open. Oh, I mean it's alright. It's alright. It's your first time, we'll take it slow. Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me? Yeah, I've heard it before. But anyways, so point of the matter is that we have a Record of Ragnarok chapter that Joseph, what are your thoughts? Since your first time here, I think we should hear your thoughts. Yeah, about the chapter.
About him, like I said before, the only cool thing about him is his design.
Oh, so you agree with my assessment that he's actually not that great a guy?
Well, I don't like Poseidon in this interpretation either because he's like selfish and cruel and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, other than his design,
yeah,
Poseidon in Ragnarok's fairly accurate to mythology. Poseidon being a huge dick.
Really? Hold on.
Yeah.
Is Poseidon really that evil?
Poseidon
No.
is kind of in Greek mythology. Poseidon's also kind of a dick. Yeah.
He's a dick, but in the same way that Zeus is a dick, and they're all dicks. Like technically,
Like the most notable thing about the Greek pantheon is how horrible the vast majority of them are. They're all either huge assholes or straight up psychopaths.
Yeah, like technically speaking, Poseidon isn't. He's not the dick that they portray. How's that?
But he's still kind of a dick.
He's still kind of a dick. Like he's more like Zeus in real Greek mythology. He's not
he raped
the way.
a lot.
Yeah, he raped a lot. They all rape a lot. There's a lot of rape in Greek. There's a lot of rape in mythology. So.
Hold on. Wait. So hold on. So does that mean if I? Oh my gosh. So are they actually all evil? Because. Okay, do you remember when I said that I'm actually writing my own series? Do you remember when I said that to you?
Yeah.
Well, okay, the thing is, the series is based on all real mythology. Like, every god of every deity of every pantheon mythology is there. And
I love those.
Yes.
And the thing is, I'm gonna try to be different in being historic, in being real life accurate to all of them. So does that mean I have to treat them all as villains?
It depends on the pantheon, because you have some pantheons where the gods are more benevolent or neutral. I think Oh shit, now I have to think of an example. I think the Norse and Egyptian gods are generally alright. But the Greek gods, and this was actually a specific philosophical discussion from, like, I think Socrates? I don't know, it's been a while since I was in classical studies. The Greek gods, as per acknowledged by some of the Greeks, are very flawed and not good people, with a
Very
few
much
exceptions.
human. Very much human. That's how I hear a lot of
They
them
are
described.
they're painfully human.
Yeah.
And that a lot of them are just huge assholes. They act the way humans would if they were gods.
So does that mean I have to portray them all as like outlaws of heaven or something?
No, it could just be heaven's kind of run by a diverse mix of people. Some of the people in heaven are good, some of them are huge assholes.
Right.
That's how I portray heaven in my
Exactly.
series. Like heaven is this infinite is a realm of infinite space, and it's divided into sections where each pantheon rules. There's Asgard, Olympus. I even portray New Jerusalem as like the capital city of heaven. Do you know New Jerusalem?
I am not familiar with that. Is that a...
Okay, let me explain it. New Jerusalem is basically the promised city that God promises all his people at the end
Oh,
of
that's pretty
Armageddon.
cool.
It's
That's
it's
pretty
it's
cool.
said in the book of Revelation. I don't know if it's always there, but I like to portray it as like the capital city of heaven.
I mean, that
It's
sounds
like
pretty neat. That sounds like a pretty cool idea.
just like how I like to portray Pandemonium as the capital city of hell. It actually is described as the capital city of hell.
I mean, it sounds about right. Pandemonium sounds pretty reflective of hell. You just when you have to do a setting where all the pantheons exist at once, you either have to be not that specific or you have to make changes like Ragnarok does, where you make concessions to certain mythologies. Like
I I
Norse
don't
is the
want to do that.
mythology that everything seems to be based off of,
This
because
is
the
true.
issue is with having all of the pantheons existing at the same time is that you have different creation myths, you have different myths for how the world functions, like you have the world tree in Norse mythology, or you have like the three layers of the world in Greek
Yeah.
mythology, or you have
Hmm.
mythologies where the whole world is
Yeah,
on the back of a
I
giant turtle or something.
yeah, I know.
You have
I
to
have a
pick
lot of
one, or you have to make one up, or you have to find a way to mesh them all together in a way that's not dumb. Well,
That's
it can
I
right.
be
know.
kind of dumb, but as long as it's cool. It
I
can
know
be dumb
that.
as shit, but
I
as long as it's cool, it's fine.
I know that, and I've tried to do that with some stuff, and I know I have a lot of research to do, and oh my gosh, I've
Yep.
seen some
Now,
like
there
I linked some
are...
sources, and there are a lot of videos that talk about this sort of stuff that I saved to
Yeah.
playlists that I've created.
A few things that are important to consider is one, how many mythologies do you plan on having? Because there are like hundreds of
All of them.
mythologies
I
throughout all
plan
of
to have
human
a
history. Okay, that's a lot. So
I know that. Dude. I
you're gonna
know. I know.
want ones that you primarily focus on, so you don't lose your mind trying to figure out
Well,
how
what I
everyone
primarily
fits in.
focus on is like the all of the here's another thing. All of the gods, all the ruling gods of every pantheon, I portray as like they're all part of this council group that rule over heaven and all of creation.
Yeah, it's
And
like the
those are like
Sky
the main
Fathers in Marvel.
what?
It's like the Sky Fathers in Marvel. All the pantheons exist, and the heads of the pantheons meet up every once in a while. They're all called the
Yeah,
Sky
Shin
Fathers.
Megami,
Well,
Shin Megami
they don't
Tensei
meet up
also
every
does
once in a
that.
while. What?
Shin Megami Tensei, the video game series, they also do that. In the fifth game, they actually have a council of different cultures. You could do that.
Uh, well, I already know my goal is hard enough, so you don't have to
Here's
explain to me how hard this is. I already know it's gonna be hard enough.
here's what I recommend doing. Is this is gonna be like a narrative story, right? Are you writing a book? It's a book series.
No, what I
Yeah.
no, what I plan to do is I plan to make it in like this big animated series.
I see. That's
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
big endeavor.
okay. So it's
Well,
Yeah.
it's not
it's
that.
still like a narrative thing. It's going to follow a cast of main characters, right?
Yeah, yeah. Some of them are made up. Some of them are actually mythology.
Okay, so
There's a lot.
as you
Here's the
already
thing.
know, ones that you focus on primarily, and then when you want to bring in other stuff, have the big mythologies be the foundation for everything, and then as you work along further into the story, figure out what and how you would bring things from the other more minor mythologies.
That's
I've
right.
already come up with some story points. That's the thing. And the thing is, uh, I'm actually doing one of the ideas you mentioned to me. How I mash up all of them, not in a dumb but cool way. I've actually
Yeah.
done that with some stuff. And, and listen, I've already what I'm explaining to you is only like the tip of the iceberg of what the entire series is. Like there are so many details that I couldn't say right now.
Now, is
Mm-hmm.
this your first, literary fictional work that you've done?
It's yes and no. Like this is the
Okay.
first one I'm majorly putting this much effort in.
Okay, I see.
I've done some minor things in the past, but this is like my most major thing. But also, the way how I'm planning to do this is here's another thing. My thing that I want to be in the future is that well, me and a friend of mine, we're planning to make this big time company that and it's a nonprofit company, and we're trying to like help people. That's our like main goal. And
Mm-hmm.
I asked him if I can use some of our company's resources that I can write and create this series, and he said yes, I could.
Fun.
So yeah,
That's fun.
I have a question. Wait, one question. I just want to know, because I'm
but
curious.
Mm-hmm.
what?
How old are
Hey.
you? You sound about my age, so I'm
What?
just curious.
Wait,
I just wanted to know how old you are. If you're like a teenager
oh,
or
how old am I? Oh,
yeah. If you
I'm
don't mind sharing, I know some people
I'm
do.
okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm 17, but I'm gonna turn 18 on February 7th, so almost.
Okay, excellent. Um, that sounds like a pretty interesting idea. Do you guys have any kind of like roadmap for,
Yes, we
well,
do.
obviously how do you plan on doing this company thing, but like what's the
I'm
time
31 years old and I still
when do you
don't
plan
know,
on doing
so.
all these things? What's the order of progression? Because I
I
have
can't.
no fucking idea how to start a company.
Well, we are. Well, thing is, okay, this is a funny story because we already tried to do that. He said he like develops. He's like the main developer of our company, and he said he could launch it now. But the thing is, me and him aren't the only ones. There are also some other ones who also other guys that want to be part of it, that volunteered to be a part of this. But the thing is, one of them, which was one of Aiden's. That's the other guy's name. His name's Aiden, which is one of his best friends that moved.
Hmm.
For Okay, but for some reason, one day he just went crazy. The thing is, he assigned all of us these things to do, and for some reason, he just went crazy and started threatening, like, to quit, threatening to kick us out. And
Did he have like a psychotic
I
episode?
honestly don't know what happened to
Well,
him, but
how
for some reason,
old, if you mind my asking, how old roughly was this person? Around your age?
yeah, all of us, we're all still in school. Unlike you,
Okay.
I see.
you guys are all, wait, hold on. Are you guys all adults?
I've
Yes,
technically
I
been
am
an
out of
adult for a
school.
little over a year now. I just
Technically,
graduated.
I'm
Yeah.
basically a boomer as far as.
I mean,
Uh,
I just graduated high school
Henry?
last year. I'm just starting my second semester of college in a couple weeks.
I'm literally
Tenrio,
a decade older than Joseph. I'm literally a decade older than you, Joseph.
Damn.
Yeah.
how old are you?
Well,
27.
yeah, if he's a decade
I'm
older.
Yeah,
30.
you're
I'm
way
gonna
older
be
than me.
31 next week.
Nice.
Anyway, the point is, he just one day went crazy, and then Aiden decided, let's not do it. Let's not do it right now. Let's just wait till we're adults.
That's a good idea. Also,
Yes. What?
let's see. Oh no, wait. Finish your story. I'm thinking of some stuff first. I'm sure any of the advice I'll give you is probably stuff
Anyway,
you've heard from other people.
Yeah.
the point is, we're waiting to do the company when we're adults, and
Mm-hmm.
when our company is big and when we have a lot of money, we plan. Aiden says he'll let me do my series, and I'll do it when I'm ready.
Okay, I have some questions.
Yeah,
The
and Misk.
nonprofit
You know what?
company. What is the
I'm gonna
It's
let
I
Misk ask the questions because I think Misk and I are on the same wavelength.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God, what?
I find this idea interesting. But first off, you're a
I'm
nonprofit
sorry. Hold
company.
on.
What is the
I'm sorry if I sound crazy to you guys. I'm sorry
You
if
do
I sound
not
I mean,
know. No,
it's
not
an
at all.
ambitious idea. I don't have the type of ambition to pull off something
No.
like
I
that.
don't.
Like, look,
Wait, so
Google, Apple, Microsoft, they all happened in somebody's garage. So let's be realistic. It's not a crazy idea. The biggest
okay, so I don't.
moneymakers of the world happened in a garage, and the parents thought they were crazy. So,
So you
Task.
guys don't think? Okay, so you guys don't think I'm crazy at all?
I
no.
don't think you're crazy. I think you're
But
ambitious.
there is some questions, and I think
I
Misk
have
is
some
about to ask
logistical
them.
questions. Well, not I'm
Some
not even
question.
logistical. I just have some questions to clarify things.
Yeah.
What?
First off, you say you're going to do a non-profit company. What is what does your non-profit company do?
Well, we plan to make like Aiden's very smart. The thing is, he's very smart, and we plan to make like advanced technologies and sell them to people. We plan to like make some inventions and to solve some like global issues that are in the world, and get really try to help people. That's our goal. We really want to try to help people and like just like make some peace in the world.
That's a pretty noble goal. Now I have to ask, if you're doing a non-profit, how do you plan on like making money to run the place? I don't know all the logistics for running a non-profit, by the way. I don't
I'm
know.
pretty well.
Non-profit are based on helpful donations mostly, or the church.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
make
pretty
most of
sure
your
that's
money
what.
from donations. You
Yeah.
don't make money from selling things.
Right.
Well, I haven't
Well,
asked that. I'm pretty
bakeries,
sure that's
bake sales, that kind of shit. You do the
Yeah, your services that you provide for people are free.
yeah.
You
I'm
make your
pretty
money
sure.
from doing other stuff.
That's
I
right.
can't answer that right now because I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure that's what we are. We are Vortex is a non-profit
It's a good
company.
name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I didn't
Good
come up with that
company name.
name.
You
Aiden.
put some V's, some X's in your name, you've got a pretty solid name right there.
My
Thank
one
you.
thing, and once again, this is just from me as a failed artist, as a failed writer, as a failed actor.
Okay.
From all my failures, I'm just going to tell you right now is that my only advice to you would be to have a backup plan.
That's a great idea.
That's my only. For example, I failed at as pretty as you guys can see my face, as pretty as I am. I failed as an actor. I failed as a writer. I failed as a director. I failed as a lot of things when I was young, when I was 17,
Okay.
18, 19. I failed. Well,
Aiden's.
I
I was
failed.
gonna
Well,
say.
I shouldn't say failed at those things, but I never hit a stride at those things. How's that? So
Okay. Hold-
what I'm trying
Can
to
I
tell
answer?
you is that at the end of the day, what I chose to do when I was 19, 20 was have a
Is
fallback
this?
plan, which was go to trade school and have something to fall back on. So even if I fell on my face at 25 or 26, I still had something that could go make me more than $12 an hour.
Well,
So
I have.
so when you're
We have.
30, you're making 25, not 15. And that's what you should do. You should honestly pursue it as a passion. I'm sorry that it's hard, but guess what? It's no easier when you're 30 or 40 to work at an
Uh,
18-hour
what's your
day. What you
question?
got to do is you
Start these
have to
things when you're young, though, because you got more
Hold on. Are
time.
you
right, you
asking
have
me?
way more energy. You have
Are you
way
asking
more
me what are
energy
my
when you're
plans?
18 than you do when you're 28. I guarantee you that cuz I've been 18 and I've been
Are you?
28. So, that's all I'm
Are you
saying.
asking what are my plans? Like, what are my backups if this doesn't
Oh
work?
yeah, well, what are your backups? Do you have backups like in
I would
mind?
hope. You said
No.
you seem pretty. Oh,
Oh.
Well, no, because this is what me and Aiden want to do. We want to help people. We
Uh,
want
okay.
and
to.
and that's and that's great. But you know how else you can help people? By being a carpenter or a plumber.
I know. There are
So
a lot of
here's
other ways to
what you have
help
to do.
people.
This is not telling you to not pursue your
No, not at
passion, your
all, not at
goal.
all. And I'm not.
'Cause,
I'm not
I
right.
mean, shit. If you go after it, there's still a chance that you'll get it. I mean, for fuck's sake. Maybe in like 20 years from now, I'll be
Yeah,
seeing
you know how
shit
many
from Vortex.
thousands of Brad Pitts go to Hollywood, and you know how many are accepted. But you know how many success stories you hear. Like, I'm not telling you you're not the 1%, but I'm telling you bet on the fact that you're in the 99 and scope for it because There's too many hungry people in America and Canada. There's too many hungry people, and it's all because they bet on a dream. And I'm
Sorry
not saying
about that.
I'm not saying not go towards that dream. And you can work on it on your spare time. You can always do that. You can always do 8 hours of work, manual labor, or work as a cashier, work at McDonald's, do whatever, and then on your 8 hours off, you can always work on a script and be the next fucking Steven Spielberg.
I know that. I know that. Oh, hold on. I know that. Just like to begin off, I plan to like get a job to support me and Aiden for the time being, and
Perfect.
then when our company's big, that's when I'll of course quit.
Then as long as you have a good game plan for that, because the worst thing that I've seen happen to people is they go for the stars and then they fall down into the dirt instead of going for the stars and settling for the sky, which is what I did.
I mean, for fuck's sake, what I'm doing right now was not even a backup plan. It was just something I decided to do on a whim. I don't actually have a real actual plan. I just kind of have stuff I plan on doing for like the next 2.5 years, and then I really don't know what I'm doing after
I
that.
have
There you go.
plans.
Hold on. Well, okay,
So-
I get that you both didn't completely succeed at your original like passions, but you guys are
True.
still getting by, right?
Oh yeah, I mean because
I'm getting by because I did
I'm
4
young.
years at college.
I'm
and I'm
having
31.
fun with
I'm
this, right?
not. Listen,
You
I
guys are having
haven't.
fun.
I haven't been thrown out into the world yet, so I haven't had to worry about like falling back onto something yet. I am still in a position where I don't have to worry about having a backup yet.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you not on your own?
No, not yet.
Oh, so wait, you still live with your like parents or your family?
Yeah, it's just easier that way. I'm going to community college because it's cheap.
Joseph.
It's local. I can just stay at my parents' house.
You know-
I'm probably going away to college
What?
when I'm
What
done
is it,
with.
Griever?
All right. Let's see if I can do this. No, I can't move the camera well enough. But
You okay, Griever?
let's see if I can find something. No, I've got a stack, and I mean, let's see. Hold on a sec.
If you're trying to show me something, hold on. If you're trying to show me something on your video, you might as well not because the video is still not.
It'll just be late. It'll just be delayed by like 30 seconds.
You might as well not
This-
try. You might as well
this-
not because I can't
this-
see what you're doing.
This is years of ideas. This is years of notes. This is years of different ideas. This is years of sketches. You know, this is years
Private
of
for those of us who are
this is
still
years of
delayed by 30 seconds.
sketches.
Is this your big binder full of
Yep,
sketches?
this is
story
the
ideas?
sketches, creative ideas.
Whoa.
I have written notes like look, I have notes about different mythologies and different ideas. I have pages.
Whoa.
I have pages worth
Okay,
of
now
that
I
stuff.
see it.
So
There we go.
Now
We're
I see.
catching
Yeah.
up now.
so yeah, you're gonna have to catch up to the stream. But the point of the matter is that this is only a small portion. And what I'm trying to tell
I
you
didn't know
is,
you could draw.
I can't. But the,
Yeah, he's like me.
But the point is
It's better than me.
that I want you to just be as realistic as possible because I would hate to see someone with creativity, which you clearly
know.
have, creativity fall
Dude.
on your face. And
I
you know,
didn't
Okay,
know you
guys-
could draw, Griever.
I can't.
Guys, I know it. I know that there are a lot of bad people. in
Like,
the world.
it must be pretty
Oh, it's
hard.
not even a bad people thing. It's just like, listen. I have
know-
no
I
idea
know
why
that-
the fuck some people are successful and some people aren't. You're going to be subject to luck. Whether you succeed or fail is actually going to have a lot to do with luck.
Yep, 100%.
Guys, I know that things aren't easy. I know that, and I know that this world isn't easy, and I'm fine with that.
All right,
Okay,
you know what?
We just want to make
What-
sure.
Yeah, and
Aiden
you
has
know
plans.
what?
I have plans.
Joseph,
we both have plans.
I hope you know that Misk and I are 100, and I don't want to speak for Misk, but I think that he is also 110% behind you with your creativity. We would never, ever tell someone to not be creative. creativity
I
is
appreciate
what
your
is the reason we like my channel, Misk's channel, is all based on people with drive, with creativity. That's what our channels are all about. So there's no reason
All
for
of our
us to not
success
support
is
you.
based on other people's creativity. We
Exactly,
wouldn't be here
exactly. If somebody looked at Akira Toriyama and said, "A dude with a tail? What the fuck are you talking about? A monkey boy with a tail?" You know, we wouldn't have Dragon Ball Z. You
Oh
know
my
what
God,
I mean?
if it
If
were
somebody
all
had
light
talked
line
bad to
based,
him,
we wouldn't have.
you know. Now some people should talk bad
I
to
appreciate
some
knowing
creators.
that you guys. I appreciate that you guys are supporting me. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thanks.
We are. I mean,
problem.
to not support a creator, I think, would be the death of creativity as we know it. Regardless,
Yeah.
like even if I don't like, for example, like here's Misk will love this one. If you don't like the Twilight series, here we go.
Oh yes.
If you don't like that, however, let's wait a minute.
You have to use a better example. I don't
No,
know.
I'm gonna use it.
I
You
don't
know
know
what?
shit about Twilight
the-
either, but
the
I
reason I'm using it is because it's hated so much. However, if we kill creativity in that, then we don't get Twilight, and you could say, hey, that's a boon. Nobody needs Twilight. Nobody needs 50 Shades of Grey. Nobody needs this. But then you know what else we don't get if we kill creativity? We don't get Star Wars.
Everything else.
We don't get Lord of the Rings. We don't get Game of Thrones.
Everything else,
We don't get any, Harry Potter. We don't get anything that we love. I don't care what it is you love. If you love Dragon Ball Z, if you love One Piece, if you love Star Wars, I don't care what it is you love.
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, dude. I don't watch that.
Fair enough, but regardless what you love, regardless.
Please nobody despise me for that. Just because I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, please don't. Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
Nobody's.
Dragon Ball. I haven't watched Dragon Ball. There's
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But the point is that if you kill creativity, you have to accept the good with the bad. It's like anything. There's bad music and great music. Would I kill all rap music to not have Elvis Presley? No. I'm gonna love Elvis Presley to death and accept that rap music sucks. I'm gonna accept the bad with the good. That's just me.
That's what a lot of people should do, because oh my gosh, there are so many people in the world that overreact to so many things. Like for example, at the Jeff Dunham concert, he asked everyone. He said, like, "Can we please put all of our differences aside and just we're here to laugh. We're here to have fun. Can we all like not bring political correctness into this?" Like, I agreed with that, because there are so many like overreacting people who try to cancel stuff because it offends them. But I'm thinking, what about the people who enjoy it?
That's right.
I mean, Jeff Dunham is like funny. He is really funny.
Yeah.
Question: what's your favorite?
Has he been doing stand-up lately? I haven't seen one of his.
I haven't seen a Jeff Dunham in a long time, man. Honestly.
I mean,
I feel like we'll watch that.
I don't know if he's on Netflix.
Yeah, there's some of his specials that are on Netflix.
I have Canadian Netflix, so probably not. But who knows?
The Canadians. Hey, YouTube gave me my missing subs. Fuck yeah.
Woo! Hey, but they didn't.
Either that or my sub count just increased by 4 out of nowhere.
They didn't remove that copyright strike, though, did they?
No, because that one was probably fair.
Yeah, what did you do? Show panels?
I mean, listen, when we're anime and manga YouTubers, we're including copyrighted material in our videos most of the time. If I get a copyright strike for including a panel, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I'm surprised they haven't axed me for my Heracles shot in the
Nah,
stream.
this is I don't know how stringent some other companies are. This is why I don't do any One Piece videos on the channel, is because I don't want to fuck with Toei, and Jump seems to be like extra.
No, Shueisha.
Shueisha is extra strict with One Piece because that's their golden goose.
No,
that's their big.
That's their baby. That's their baby. You don't fuck with their baby.
But with other stuff, what they'll usually allow is like max 3 panels. Slap a bunch of filters on them so that bots don't automatically detect them, and you'll probably be fine.
Can I say something about that?
Sure.
That's kind of what was.
What's it, Joseph?
You know what? Never mind. I'll continue. Anyway, so that's kind of unfair to me. Like, I get that you don't want people to steal your stuff, but why wouldn't you want to see people enjoy your stuff?
I mean,
Oh, well, because it's not the
I have
creators,
no
it's the
fucking
publishers.
idea.
The
That's
publishers are
it's
the ones who are
bullshit.
Yeah,
worried about making
like
most of the money.
Roger
So
Space.
whenever they see anyone else making money off of something, they're like, "Give
Yeah,
me
like
that
Roger
shit."
Space is actually sponsored by certain companies like Nintendo. Like Roger Space actually sponsors Nintendo.
Yeah, like Roger's Base is allowed to play Nintendo music in his
Yeah,
videos because they
because
sponsor him.
yeah, they sponsor him, so he is actually obligated to make so many videos about Nintendo per year.
And
but also,
King of Lightning, I think he probably has some kind of sponsorship too, because he plays like fucking Bleach music in his streams all the
yeah,
time, and I don't think
he's
he's ever
got
had an issue with it.
he's got something not with Shueisha, but he's got something with the artist who does the
Oh shit! Oh yeah,
artist who
then
does
he
the
has
Bleach music.
some kind of permission from Shiro
Wait,
Saga
who's-
Studios.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah,
that?
he's got a permission because he plays Final Getsuga Tensho music on all his streams, and he
Yeah.
never gets copyrighted.
And
Yeah,
and this is because
I mean, HMK is sponsored too. Yeah,
Who is?
HMK. He's a streamer
Oh, I don't
and
know.
YouTuber. plays
What were you
keyboard,
saying, Joseph?
He
But I
plays
mean,
keyboard
technically speaking, I played one of the most famous Christmas songs of all time, and I'm still not seeing a copyright
Well,
strike.
the deal
so.
with music is it'll get you copyright claimed, but not copyright strike. The
Right,
like
but I
one
still haven't
copyright
seen.
claim.
You know what's funny? I
In
didn't
fact-
see that copyright claim for "We Are the World" until fucking like 2 days later, so that was funny.
Nah, well, they don't find it instantly. I mean, the leaks video was up for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's true. That leaks video was up for a while, and I was pissed. I was like, "Oh no, I can't look at the thumbnail." But then it was just a shot of Chin.
Don't
and I was
worry,
like,
I
okay.
always try to use non-spoilery stuff for the thumbnail.
aren't there some artists that make covers of other people of celebrity songs?
Yes, and those are usually
get-
fine. Like, usually covers, those are the versions of songs that you're usually able to play without issues. Though there are sometimes copyright issues where the original creators, or usually the original creator's label, will try and take down covers. Because they're like, you're succeeding off of our property. Not our creation, our property.
Yeah.
And you can't have people other than me making money off of it.
That's why when the difference between a copyright strike and a copyright claim is if you haven't monetized, they will never strike you. Like, I've noticed that. I've never gotten striked as long as I didn't try to monetize.
Think with music, you only get claimed most of the time. Usually, strikes come from actual like visual content.
Yeah.
People get copyright strikes for including like movie clips or.
Yeah, like I got striked 3 times in a row for panels.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Cropped
That's why
panels,
I took down
but panels.
all of my original videos, the first videos I uploaded. I took them all down because me, not really giving a shit at the time. Oh, my videos, like my first fight analysis videos, were filled out the ass with panels and entire pages from Record of Ragnarok. So when I got like I think when I got my first copyright strike on a Ragnarok video, which was in May, I was like, oh fuck, we're taking all of these down. This is a fucking ticking time bomb.
Oh, this whole copyright system thing is already confusing me so much.
It's just, listen, here's
the
thing. When you create your own original property, here's the key. Just use
watermark the fuck out of
characters. Mythological characters are not copyrighted by anyone.
Yeah, that's different. Like yeah, that's different. The reason why there are so many series that are made with mythological characters is because they're just so popular. They're not copyrighted.
When you have a series.
Well, how do you copyright Zeus? Who are you gonna go to? The Church of Zeus?
When you make a franchise, you copyright the title, copyright. Actually, I think mostly you just copyright the title.
The Greeks.
Can't really copyright names.
Still a fan of
I don't know the exact details of copyright law.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Griever, because there are some people. I'm not saying that there are copywriting people who are copyright because people make fictional interpretations of Zeus, but I'm just saying there are actually people today in the world that worship Zeus.
That's true.
Yeah.
Didn't Disney try to copyright a word recently?
What?
I don't know, and I don't really buy into that whole thing that Disney is
Oh.
evil.
Oh,
I don't.
no, they've done some pretty scummy shit, I would
I know
say for
that. I
people.
know, but that's the
I
past. I know
mean,
that's.
Oh, no, I base people off of their past actions. What else am I supposed to judge them off of?
Well, do you think that they're
like,
like that forever? I mean, there are
so
people
look
who
at
change.
Star
No,
Wars.
I'm just saying
Okay.
you have to judge people based on their past actions, whether or
Mm,
not they do something
I
in the
get
future to
that.
change that is up to them.
It
You look at
wasn't.
I
everything they've
get that,
done and you weigh the sum of their actions. And
but
Disney has provided a lot of entertainment, but morally, they're pretty fucking awful.
I recently saw on Disney Plus when I clicked play on Dumbo before the thing played. There was like this whole thing about talking about what's gonna happen, and that they're saying that they're sorry and they want to try to be better about it.
In regards to
Yes.
what?
In
Okay.
regards,
Well,
do you not know about what happens in Dumbo?
Oh, you mean like the animal
No.
abuse stuff?
No. Do you in the part where they're building the tent?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, so you know that one.
Oh, it's
when the
been
Yeah.
racist
forever since I
clothes,
watched
Wait,
any
Miss.
classic Disney movie.
and
Yeah,
there's
yeah, I remember.
Okay, well,
and
there's
there's
this.
clothes in
Okay,
the
well,
movie
in
that
the
are
scene
voiced
about
by
where they're.
black people.
And there's a scene with Dumbo and his mom locked in a cage.
No, yeah, I get that, but I don't think
In the
that involves the
remake.
harming of actual real life animals.
I'm not talking about harm. I'm not talking about animal abuse. I'm talking about. Am I allowed to say? Eh,
No
am
slurs.
I allowed?
Everything else is okay.
Yep,
Am I
don't
allowed to
don't.
say the word racist?
You're like, yeah.
Oh
Am I
yeah,
allowed?
racist is fine. We talk
No,
about
no,
racist
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
no
That's
slurs,
what.
just no racist
Don't say
slurs.
anything a racist would say,
I
but
You,
you
don't.
can
you
talk
can
I
about
don't
say you can
racism.
swear,
say
nor do I
rape, you
spank.
can say racist, you can say. I would prefer if you didn't say retarded. You know.
Anyway, the what I'm talking about is that there are some moments in Dumbo where there are some racist portrayals of black people.
Oh yeah, that's because it was made in
It's
like the
a.
fucking
It was made
30s.
in the
I know.
30s. What the fuck? And you know what? One of the best fucking
I didn't know that
songs.
actually.
One of the best fucking songs. Have you ever seen an elephant fly?
Yeah, and
I
here's the
love
thing: the
that
crows
fucking
are
song.
actually good, and the crows are actually helpful characters. They
Yeah.
actually help Dumbo, so
And
it's not that offensive.
and realistically, here's the line that we have to draw is, and I'm not saying that that wasn't racist, but we need to draw a certain line between racist and stereotypes because there is a gray line there, and it is a difference. There is a stereotype that needs to be addressed where we go, no, it's a stereotype and versus racist. For example,
I think stereotyping is
showcasing
kind of
in
part
the
of racism.
South.
It's not the worst type of racism. It's a
No,
lower type of
but
racism.
but
I
showcase
would still say it's racist.
but by that argument, a stereotype that like here's the thing: a stereotype is a white, like every movie that shows a white overlord and a black oppressed person.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's a stereotype. Even if let's
Oh,
say
I mean like racial stereotypes, like stereotypes about races.
okay,
I
okay.
mean, like-
So for example, it like once again, Bill Burr did a great comedy sketch about this, saying you can't even acknowledge how good black people are doing at sports anymore. You can't acknowledge it because it sounds racist nowadays, and that's not fair. We're just saying that black people are so fucking good at sports. It's not a bad thing to say. It's not racist. It's not a stereotype. It's just the truth. They are great football players. They make great basketball players. Let's just acknowledge the truth. I'm sorry that Asians aren't as good at basketball players as fucking black people. I am not going to apologize for that. That's a true statement. It's a statement of fact. The stats say it. Yeah. It's a numerical value. It's not a racist statement.
I will agree that I've noticed that black people are better at other things than other types of races are. I have noticed that.
I'm not surprised that the Asian guy beats me in math class, no more than I am of surprised that a 5'9" foot tall white boy with no hand-eye coordination like yours truly is getting D'd up in gym class by the 6'2" black guy. I am not surprised by those facts. I am not surprised.
is that an actual fact that Asian people are
mean,
smarter?
Okay,
Is
they're
it
not
like something?
okay. We need to
Does it have
establish
something to do
something
with their brains?
here. No, guys. Black people
They're not
doing more
inherently smarter.
sports.
It's just the
Asian people
culture
being
around.
smarter at math. Yes, you're correct, Wave.
I
A
mean,
lot
look
of
at Japanese.
these
They're really
stereotypes that we
smart.
associate with people come as the result of cultural stuff.
Yes.
Sports, that's a big cultural thing in a lot of black communities. In a lot of Asian countries, there's a very heavy focus on academic success and
Right.
getting a high paying job. So a
Right.
lot of kids in Asian families have to do really well in
They also
school,
have a
have to do
6-day
really well at
school
math.
day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, depending on what country they're in. Like,
Well,
certain Asian countries
Okay.
probably
yeah.
have a 6-day school day. Not here, but
No, but
they have
in
to do really well in
Japan,
school.
in
They have a lot
Japan, for
of.
example, they do not have a 2-day weekend. Saturday is still school day. They do a
This
6-day.
is why America's the best.
There you go. But the
Yeah.
point is,
What?
no wonder the
And
Asians
also,
are smarter at
instead of
18.
having like a 3-month summer break, I'm pretty sure they have like 2 breaks.
They have a
They
one.
have like
Wait,
Their
they
summer
have like an
vacation
extended
lasts
summer
1
break
month,
and
not 2.
yeah. So they've got like a shorter summer break and then a longer winter break.
Mm-hmm.
hold on, what'd you say? Wait, you said America is best. What's America best at what?
Not really much actually. It's just whenever
Nothing.
we compare it to other shit. Listen, this is a fun fact about
Nothing.
Americans. Whenever we're talking about our own
I'm
country,
American, dude.
we will.
I live
Yeah,
in
you know. Then you know. We will never shut up
I
about
don't
how
know.
much.
I want you to. I
like,
don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I
Okay,
need you to explain.
so when it comes to talking about issues in this country, oh, America fucking sucks. Holy shit. But whenever anyone from
okay,
any
yeah.
other country talks about
lot
how
of
much
bad
better
stuff
they
happens
are,
here. A lot
suddenly
of bad stuff
we are
The
the most
Ameri-
patriotic
Yep.
people on the planet.
Yep.
yeah.
Nobody's allowed to insult America but us
No.
Americans.
You know who I'm gonna praise? I'm gonna praise Miss Content because he is the most acknowledged American I've ever heard in my fucking life, and that includes my wife. Don't tell her I said that.
I'm just
Hold on,
that
wait,
woke. I'm just so. I've
wait,
opened my
who did you
third
say?
eye.
Why?
I didn't hear you. You broke up a little. Can you repeat who you said?
I said that Miss Content is the most acknowledged American that I've ever heard. Who's so like, or he's understanding. I forget the word. I'm fucking forgetting it. But it's like, he understands. He knows the own faults of his own country, and he
I'm
acknowledges
aware.
it.
I'm self-aware.
Maybe a self-aware. I
Wait,
guess
so,
is,
Miss,
there's a word for it.
you're
But
American
anyways,
too?
he's.
I'm
Yeah.
not only am I American, for the last 10 years I've been living in sunny South Florida.
So he's even worse than a normal American.
I think I know what the problem is. Hold on. I think I know what the problem is with America, and it's the fact that we have too much freedom. And,
You could
Yeah.
certainly view that as a perspective, or
Because-
we
because
give too
look
much
at-
of a
look
shit
at some of
about
the
freedom for
people
the
in-
sake of freedom.
hold on. Look at some of the people who that are bad. Look at some of the crazy people. The reason why they're like this is because of the freedom that they have. They have
Oh,
the
yeah,
freedom to say whatever they
definitely.
want. They have the, and it's because and that's why I think that too much freedom is a bad thing, because then people turn out like this, entitled, spoiled, and stuff.
There's certainly such a thing as negative freedom.
Because
if
the
there was literally,
Constitution hasn't been
we could
changed in
throw you
200
out
years.
into a fucking wasteland, and you would be the
Cool.
freest man on the planet. You'd be so free that you have the
Okay.
freedom to starve to
Yeah.
death.
You know, Miss. Not trying to toot my own horn here, but I'm just gonna say maybe you guys made a mistake with that bus into your party. Just saying.
I mean, listen.
Canada, we're looking pretty good, and we're still
I
part of
think
the
in terms
Commonwealth.
of our government, we have a fairly decent amount of freedom. Just the issue is
Miss-
that a lot of people in this country are on this weird freedom brain thing, in which freedom means doing literally whatever they want, and if someone
no
tells them to do
consequences.
something, they
Yeah.
do the
And
exact
you know
opposite.
you know what else is
free.
hilarious? You guys called yourself the land of the free, while the Underground Railroad led to Canada.
Isn't that ironic?
So there we go.
I don't know what that is.
The underground.
Sorry, I don't.
Is the literal how all the black people got freed.
Wait, Joseph, I have a question. What state do you live in?
Oh yeah, I was about to answer. I was about to say something. You and I live on opposite places. Like, you live in Florida and I live in California.
I live in
nice.
Alabama.
My wife lives in California, actually.
Hold on a second.
your
Let's
wife is
see.
here?
Hold on. I just need to check something here.
What?
California
That's
public
all on the other
education
side of the
ranking.
country.
Yeah, I know. I have a great relationship with my wife.
Bad, you're on the upper half. Okay.
Wait,
How many?
hold on. Griever, if you're in Canada,
Yeah.
then why is your wife here?
Long
Be-
distance relationship.
Because it's the greatest
How'd you guys
relationship of
get
all time.
married?
Listen. Here's
How'd you guys get married?
They met before then.
She came here. I bought her a $40 cheesecake and we got married. It was pretty easy.
See, it's that simple. Did you guys meet on a dating app or something? Did you meet online?
Actually, we did. You know, ironically, how we met was I was in the Dominican Republic on a 14-day resort in like 2013, 2012, something like that. And I was on. Do you remember when Tumblr existed?
Yes, Tumblr, the site that stopped existing as a
Yeah,
media platform like 3 years ago.
and anyways, we were messaging when they had instant message on there, sort of like MSN for those of you who don't know what that is. But
like Twitter DMs.
yeah,
I mean,
sort
Twitter
of
absorbed
before
all the people that left
Twitter,
Tumblr,
before
so
Twitter,
kinda
yeah.
like that.
And anyway, we started chatting and blah blah blah, and then
And Facebook.
And then 3 months later, I went to L.A. and I met her, and we had a great time in Torrance, L.A. And then it just went on from there, and blah blah blah. And then she came here, and then I went there, and she came here. And it was pretty straightforward, you know.
Why don't you guys live together?
Because
her job's in California.
Yeah, and she was working on her master's at the time, and now she's a doctor. So she just became a doctor this year, or technically last year. I don't know, but yeah, she's now a PhD. So now that she's done her schooling, she's gonna come up here. So it's but COVID stopped. See, the problem is COVID fucked everything up for travel.
Yeah, did you guys see each other more often before COVID?
Dude, there is not a single thing in the world that COVID has screwed up.
No, it's fucked up quite a few things.
All right,
Look at the supply chain.
I'll tell you right now. I tell you what. I can argue one thing.
Oh wait! You're saying there's not a single thing that it hasn't screwed up.
Hold on. Okay.
Wait a minute. I got a lot of.
No, the 35th anniversary got screwed up big time.
Wait, what? Whose anniversary? Wait, what's anniversary got
The
screwed up?
35th anniversary that was supposed to happen on February 21st, but it didn't.
What's anniversary? What was this event for? I'm sorry, I don't know.
It was for the.
Hello?
Sorry, I'm here.
Oh.
What anniversary? I'm confused too.
Are we allowed to show our faces?
I mean, you can if you want, I guess. But
I'm looking at my own fucking stream, so I'm not gonna see shit. It's not gonna be on my stream, so you can share in the Discord if you like. You don't have to.
What's with these bots that just type random shit? I've gotten a few of these.
All right. I will tell you, alright, at the end of the day, since no one will answer, I will tell you right now how COVID screws up a couple of things. Number one, my wife would be here my wife would have been here 2 years ago if not for COVID. That is a fact.
It was supposed to happen, and now it got screwed up thanks to COVID.
So you're saying Zelda's anniversary got screwed up?
They were supposed to have like an anniversary event.
But Haley, you're complaining about minuscule shit. Nobody cares about that at the end of the day. That's like saying the Lord of the Rings anniversary got screwed up. Lord of the Rings been around for 100 years, and it will continue for another 200. So.
For not 100 years. Well, technically 100 years.
Man,
yeah, 100 years. It's been around.
I'm Sean.
But the movies.
I'm doing alright.
No, but who the fuck? Jesus Christ. Hi, Ben, my man, my boy. How you doing?
Yo, I'm chilling. How's it going?
All right, Ben. I need to ask you.
Yo.
All right.
What's up?
All right. Can you tell me? Are you okay, my man?
Yeah, I'm chilling, dude.
Okay, Ben, the chapter's coming out same time as usual tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do a nighttime stream because my afternoon and potentially my evening gets cut off by me having to go get COVID tested tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine, dude. I'm not. That's
Oh
all
wait,
good.
are you doing a Misk? What's this podcast tomorrow, by the way?
It's a Kengan podcast, so
Okay.
you won't be allowed to watch that for like a
Yeah,
year.
I won't. I won't watch that. Anyways, no. But first and foremost, Ben,
You
there's
can
a.
hop in to leave a like.
I will
What?
hop in, leave a like, and leave. So
Good idea.
Ben, since you're here, and this is my
Yeah.
stream, so I have all control.
Oh boy.
Do you? All right. So number one, you're releasing a chapter tomorrow.
Oh yeah, the chapter's gonna come out tomorrow.
Okay, I am gonna review that chapter. Number
Cool.
two. Are you continuing? Was that a troll, or is there some serious doubt about?
Oh no,
you
we're on fucking hiatus.
Are
I told you guys we're on fucking hiatus now.
Okay,
Ben,
I
I'm gonna
didn't
break my
read
fucking
any.
hand.
No,
I'm gonna
Misk.
smash my
Hold-
fist into this coaster.
Hold on,
right now.
hold on, Misk. Hold on.
No.
I am in
Please do
charge.
that.
I am overlord. I am in charge. So
Okay,
Ben,
Lord.
I have
Alright,
not.
boss.
I have not read the entirety, and I will not ask why. As a gentleman, I will not ask why. That's not your job to explain to me. But is this hiatus permanent, or is it an honest hiatus?
You know, I don't even know.
Okay,
talking
Ah,
about the comic?
Jesus.
that's all I'm asking.
Yeah, we're talking about the comic.
Okay.
That's all I'm
No more-
asking,
no
Ben.
more Misk
And Ben,
being-
I will not ask you anything more. That's you know what? We're asking fair of the author. The author has answered my questions. To press him for more information would be unfair to the author and his art.
But
And by the way, I just want to say, fuck all of you fucking assholes who fucking made him want to go on hiatus. You fucking bunch of tards. Fuck all of you. I give you the double middle finger, you fucking cunts.
Who made him go on hiatus?
I don't know.
Okay, so-
I don't
so
care.
there were-
But here we go. Double middle finger. Fuck them. Because I like the comic. I like the art. The art was getting better with each chapter, and I was enjoying it. So, fuck you, you goddamn cunts.
What did some people pressure? What did some people
There
pressure him
have
to
been
do?
people, the typical type of people on the server who are generally very
Dicks.
dickish. Yeah, they're dickish.
They're
they
pricks.
do a little
They're
trolling. They like to
cunts.
be assholes. That's their form of
Especially
humor.
Griever.
So they would be like, "Oh yeah, Band's art is," well, in various kind of clever, jokey ways, they would say that Band has bad art,
Okay.
even
now,
though he doesn't.
now, okay. I will say this. I'm not upset with anybody, right?
Okay.
Like
Aw.
for me personally, I'm not angry at it, right?
All
Here's
right.
the best way. Here's the best way I came up with. I was trying to put together the hiatus notice, and I was trying to figure out
Let
a
me see his
clever way to
art.
put this. And here's how I'm gonna say it, right? Imagine there's an aspiring chef, right?
Okay.
And said aspiring chef would have their friend try their meals, right?
Yeah.
Now-
Sure.
The friend
And-
would eat the food and be like, "Yeah, this tastes nice." And then they'll be like, "Yeah, but I'll be honest, it's kind of shit, dude. You know, it's kind of trash." And
Okay.
the chef is like, "Oh, we're I get it. You're joking and stuff like that. We're friends, right?"
Sure.
And then at the same time, but at the same time, the chef is not going to continue feeding you their food to try if you're just going to continue calling it shit. If you get what I mean.
Fair
Because at
enough.
the end of the day, that chef is putting in work to improve. They're not doing it so that way you could call it shit if you get what I'm saying.
No,
like-
I get it.
So they're just going to stop giving you the samples. They're just going to work on their own.
And unfortunately,
how normally-
can I just interject? Unfortunately,
I mean, again, I'm not upset with anyone. Like, I'm not gonna like continue to spend my own money just so I can like get the work called. You get what? Like, jokingly or not, I'm not gonna spend my own money on paper and supplies just so I can get the work called shit.
no,
If you get what I'm saying.
I listen,
we
Ben,
like the
Ben.
comic.
No, but here's the thing, Ben. Can I just interject because Misk
you're
and
cutting out. Well, for me.
I am. All right. Well,
I
here's
hold
what.
up.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you, Ben.
Okay,
Can
well, I
you hear
can't really
us?
hear. One moment.
All right.
Oh,
I'll
he's
wait
having
for a
some trouble
moment.
hearing us.
I'm gonna wait for a moment because I want Ben to hear this. So, Ben, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Ben, here's what I want to say to you: is that Misk and I have always, and I think
Well,
this
okay,
speaks.
you're robotic for me again.
I.
Griever sounds fine to me, so I think that may be an issue on your end.
Oh boy,
Griever sounds
hold on
fine to
one
me.
moment. One moment.
All right. We'll wait. Because Ben needs to hear this. Ben needs to hear. Cause I'm pissed, Misk.
I'm gonna kill Fuse.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
something
yeah.
was
Let's be
He
realistic.
doesn't give me money anymore, so I have no sort of
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm
personal
gonna wring him from
obligation.
his fucking throat. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
He's gonna strangle him like Homer Simpson.
He was Baldur 2.0, and I'm already
I-
pissed. I'm fucking pissed.
Why, Griever? Why are you so mad?
Because it's a
He's mad-
great
he's mad
comic.
because- He's mad that
It's good.
He's mad that there are people out
Listen.
there trying to ruin a comic that he likes. He's mad because
No,
of
it's
that.
not a thing that he likes. It's a comic that he's making.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's the name of it?
there's
This
a
is why
comic.
Joseph Band is a good role model for you. He is straight up making a comic that he wanted to make.
Yeah, there's a comic based on Miscellaneous, who's right in
I know.
here.
Hello.
Misk's
I know that.
Discord.
Oh yeah, Joseph is
Hi.
familiar with the comic.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
okay.
but I explained to everybody else. There's a comic that Van Marsh made over the Miss Content Discord, and the thing is that it is a comic made out of passion, not out of need, not of a payment, but of passion, and so far been pretty solid. And some fucktards
I need to
have
check out
fucking
this comic.
ruined it, and I'm fucking livid. And I'm mad. And I want them to fuck off. I am
That's
seriously
just
pissed
not
off.
right.
Look, at the end of the day, no. At the end of the day, you know what I'm pissed about? I'm pissed at the fact that this trolling in this fucking Miss Discord went too fucking far. Alright, at the end of the day, yeah, Nia was pissed off at the Junpei incident. Whatever the fuck. Fuse is a dick. Whatever the fuck. Baldur was always a cunt. Whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, Ben Marsh made us a great comic. A great comic. Let's be realistic. We did not deserve to have a comic. Listen, we all talk a good game. We all talk the talk, but nobody walks the walk. Everybody says, oh, I'm a writer. Oh, I'm a manga artist. Oh, I write this, I write that. I just showed you guys my goddamn art. Do I ever post it? No, because nobody is willing to do the work. Nobody's willing to put in the time, the weekly schedule, the bi-weekly schedule to make shit. Band actually fucking did it. And some people had the fucking balls, which I'm gonna fucking knock it to so they can't have children anymore into next week, is the fact of the matter is these motherfuckers had the balls that are not gonna exist tomorrow to fucking tell him that his art was trash. Fuck these motherfuckers who decided to troll him. He had the balls to actually go out and do what all of us want to do, never do. He went and did it. It was good. Was it great? No. Is it 10 out of 10? No. Ben knows that. We all know that. But it's a start. It's good. Kubo's art wasn't great at the beginning. Naruto art always sucked. Sucked by chapter 700 anyways. Nobody cared. So at the end of the day...
Griever.
At the end of the day,
Griever.
I'm just pissed off at the end of the day that these motherfuckers actually got under Band's skin. They shouldn't have, but we shouldn't have let it happen to the man in the first place. This man deserves better.
I will say this.
Oh, Band's back.
From
Band's
my point of
back. There
view-
we go. Band's back.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Band. All right,
Okay,
Band.
from my
Wish
point
you
of view,
laugh right now.
No, Haley, Band's got to talk. Band's got to talk.
Yay.
okay, can you all hear me well or no?
Yep.
I can hear you.
Okay, from my point of view, I do see it as somewhat fair for them to, because I have trolled people in the past, so I'm not going to like cry about it or like bitch and moan when I do get trolled back. So I'm not really like, so from my point of view, I'm like, okay, I mean, you guys got your trolling, but at the same time, I'm not gonna like work until 2 a.m. just for the work to be called shit, if you get what I mean, joking or not. Like, I mean, hey, from my, like, if you believe that because an individual likes to troll and, you know, engage in a bit of tomfoolery, that means you can insult the work they work hard on. I mean, hey man, more power to you. But I'm not gonna go out of my way for the people anymore.
Right.
Griever.
I mean, it sounds like
Rachel.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day.
So
Okay. But I've at the end of the day, I've said my piece. I'm mad. I'm pissed
I
off.
mean, it sounds understandable why he wants to take a break. I mean, who would
now,
want to...
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Band, I only
Hey,
my
Ben, you
biggest
should have a
issue with
look
this
at
upon
Murata's
seeing the
art. It is
situation.
terrible, but it is also a great story. So
You know, this actually reminds me of something I saw one time. Like there was this unbelievably crazy woman who refused to wear a mask because this was during the pandemic and she was entering a restaurant and she refused to wear a mask and the argument was so bad that this woman who tried to tell her to wear a mask, she just quit in front of everyone. She just couldn't take it anymore. She quit her job.
That's bad juju right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
was
like,
over there
quit your job in front of everybody? Like,
Yeah.
that's like somebody.
Band.
That's like me telling you guys I'd be out of Discord. Like, I'd not do that.
They're just
And
bad people. They're just
My
bad people in the world.
biggest issue with this situation is that there was not really any clear boundaries or any really clear tipping point. I go into the comic channel, I see the usual jokey shit that even you participate in sometimes, and I'm like, oh, okay, everything's fine. I come back like an hour later, and I see that we have like actual serious ranting going on in there about people insulting you and your artwork
Well-
and how you don't want to do the comic, and I'm like, when the fuck did this happen?
Again, well, I'm pretty sure I said it, but at the end of the day, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the comic, but I'm not going to like bitch and I said it prior. I've done my fair share of trolling, so I'm not going to bitch and moan when trolling comes back to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't
Where
feel
do I
like it's, I
find
don't feel
this
like it's
comic?
fair for
Hold
me to
on.
troll people. I don't feel like it's fair for me to troll people and even go far with my trolling, and then when it comes back to me, I'm like, oh wait, no, that's too far. So I'll let the trolling happen, but at the same time, I'm not gonna like. I'll just let it happen because, like, you know, an eye for an eye. You know, you know.
Griever,
All
where
right.
do I find this?
I have an
comic?
opinion based on this.
All right. I wanna hear
boy.
what Miss has to say.
I think
Okay.
you're going about this the wrong way.
Well, I mean,
It's not
I mean,
even just me, my personal interest in the comic. I don't think you should stop doing the comic just because other people troll you all the time. What you should do instead, or should have done instead, was just say, hey, could you stop? Maybe, please?
Where is this
I
trolling coming
understand.
from?
I
Is
understand.
it coming from like,
Listen,
one of your discords, or is it?
this is
or
on my
This is
Discord.
a Discord.
Listen, if maybe that means you just need to stop fucking trolling so much.
well,
No, that
Yeah.
I don't, Miss. That's the point I disagree with. That's not fair.
Well, no,
Are you-
because here's what I'm
Wait, who
saying.
are
'cause
you telling to stop?
Band is saying that, listen, I do trolling all the time, so I shouldn't have an issue with people coming back and trolling me. So if you don't want to be a hypocrite, either like fucking stop.
I'm not
trolling
saying.
people, or
Wait,
be like,
wait.
listen.
Why
I'm not
would
saying.
you
Wait.
troll
I'm
in
not
the
saying.
first
I'm not
place?
saying that Band isn't being a hypocrite. I'm saying the difference is that Band is the one making the comic, not anybody else.
Yeah, I
Why
get that.
would you
And
wanna
what
be a
you
troll in the
needed,
first
what you
place?
need to do, which you've kind of done now, but now you're going on a hiatus, is you should have been like, listen, I understand we're all a big fan of jokes and whatever, but every time that I come out with a new chapter, I'm met with at least one person insulting the artwork that I spent a bunch of my time working on. That's not encouraging me to work on the comic. Even though it's a joke, hearing it all the time is not encouraging me to work more. So maybe, if you don't mind, cut down on that shit a little bit.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Because they listen to you. We like the comic. We like you. If you're like, listen, hey, if you don't mind, just chill out with all the trolling stuff a little bit, most of them would probably agree with you. And if they didn't, fuck, if it's Fuse, I'd just kick them out.
Why would you want to be a troll in the first place? I feel like
Because
Yeah.
people derive entertainment from
No,
other
you know what?
people's
You know what, Miss? Just to be
annoyance.
devil's advocate, in Band's mind and to be the manly side of things, that shows weakness, and that's like, oh, he can walk the walk, but can't, you know, he can
Well,
talk the
isn't
talk.
that how you would categorize this?
That's what, but at the end of the day, I'm doing the same thing with the fucking Pokemon shit. I left. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you have the right to do it, but I
Yeah,
don't think you should
I
paint
left because
it
I was,
as, oh yeah, I'm fine with it, but
I
I'm not
gave it,
really, so that's why I'm
but at
not
the end of
doing
the
it
day,
anymore.
like I'm sure Band sort of did in his own way, maybe not as maybe more subtle, because Band's more subtle than me, but I gave an ultimatum in the Pokemon thing, and I said, fucking, here's my ultimatum, and people said, fuck it, and I said, okay, and I left. And I asked you or Clover to take away the Pokemon Trainer tab off of me, and I fucking left. Haven't looked back since. You know, you could call me a hypocrite, you could call me a grudgy little bitch. Fine dandy.
I don't think you're a hypocrite or a grudgy little bitch. It was you didn't like how things were going, so you decided to leave. That's fine.
Right, I cut it off, and I think Band is sort of doing the same thing. The difference is that the comic affects more people than me leaving a already dead tournament.
Yeah.
You know, if the tournament had been well and alive with 17 people and I decided to leave, that would have been a different story. But I left when nobody was interested anymore.
Yeah, so that
Band's leaving the comic at a point where a lot of people are invested, and I think that Band deserves to be able to choose whether he wants to continue the comic or not based on assholes being dicks. You know, and you can argue, and I hear your point, Miss. You can argue the fact that that there's a lot of trolling going on. Band's a part of the trolling. Did he bring some of this on himself? Of course he did. The difference is that everybody else is not necessarily bringing us content. You and me are bringing content. Band is bringing content. Everybody else can shut the fuck up. Like, we're bringing YouTube content. Band's bringing comic content. What the fuck is anybody else bringing to the table? No offense, but shut the fuck up.
Well, it happened.
Yeah, it happened. It happened. Yeah, I'm just really mad because Band, like, some people say Band got butthurt, and I don't see it that way. I see that Band got actually insulted, and he is legitimately insulted. Like, you guys, I pulled out my art an hour ago, and you guys all said, oh, I didn't know you could draw, and I'm like, I can't draw, right? Every artist says that. But if I had pulled out my art and everybody said, oh, you can't draw or shit, why the fuck would you even show us that, blah, 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 you don't think that would hurt my feelings? The difference is that Band felt that when people told him that. And that's legitimate, and I'm going to defend Band 100%. I don't care how much he fucking trolled. That means something. If someone tells you your art sucks, you're not going to want to go back to the drafting table. I'm sorry. If somebody told me my electrical work sucked, you think I want to go back to work the next day? No, you don't. So I feel like I know Band a little bit here. I feel like if you're told that your work...
I understand why Band wants to take a break because of this. I just feel that he should have voiced his opinion on it earlier.
So it seems like this is two.
Agreed.
It's one. It's he's had enough of the trolling, and it's two. He shouldn't have brought this upon himself.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
it's not. I thought.
Listen, this is an issue I have with people in general. People need to be way the fuck more open about what they have problems with and what their boundaries are on certain things.
True.
Yeah.
No, what Miss, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think you're saying is that Band should have nipped this in the bud before it got to this point.
Listen, I think if people who you are, I don't know if you want to say you're friends with people on the server. I don't know how close you feel to them. People you're on friendly terms with. If they do stuff that bothers you, you need to tell them that it bothers you. Some of them are not serious people, and they're going to keep doing it anyway. We know that. But at the very least, some people are going to stop doing it. Maybe everyone will. And if people don't stop doing it, at the very least, you put it on the table. You made yourself clear. If they don't stop anyway, then everyone knows what's going to happen. It's not going to come out of left field for anyone.
This is true.
And
I agree with this 1,000%.
Griever, I just want to say real quick. Haley earlier Haley asked where can he find the where can he find the comic? I'm sorry, I just
It's always in the it's in the link to all my chapter reviews. I don't know the site. I think it's called voice.com.
I have the link saved to somewhere on a Google Doc I
Yeah.
have. Is it okay if I put that in like the
Yeah,
comments?
yeah, you go right ahead, or post it in the Discord or something like that, because it'll probably get banned off a YouTube chat. But if you could post it in the
Oh,
general,
what?
that'd be great.
I was actually no wait. I was thinking that maybe once the stream is
I don't want
done.
to get banned from your
Oh, yeah.
YouTube chat.
Yeah. Either way, it's fine. Point is,
No,
Band, you're
Shane,
still in.
Shane.
Band, you're still in here, right?
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
chilling.
So, could you just tell me what do you think of this whole situation, please?
Okay. Now I must say,
And nobody
I'm-
interrupt, for fuck's sakes. I want to hear from Band.
now, let me say this now. Again, I'm not like upset or angry or anything. Like I've already said, I'm not angry at anyone. I prefer if people don't point fingers at each other. I know that like, you know, we can do the blame game and be like, oh, this is your fault and your fault. I get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't want people to like end up being on bad terms with each other over a comic, if you get what I'm saying. Like, to me, I had fun with it. I genuinely did. Like, you know, I did put in work into it, but at the end of the day, like, the way I'm seeing it is, I don't necessarily have to like draw it. I never had to draw it in the first place. I did it because I wanted to, and yeah, if I'm ending it like this because, well, not really because I want to, but because like, how do I explain it? The people I made it for originally kind of like, you know, belittle it. I mean, I feel like that's just kind of how it is. I don't want like my relationship with people in the server to change. I still want to like joke around and have fun. It's just I'm not going to be going out of my way to do extra content for them. If you get what I mean? That way, there is nothing for them to say this is trash. You get what I mean, right?
I get you. I just don't fucking like it. To be honest, listen. I'm a selfish man. I want the comic to continue. I like the fucking comic.
I'm quite selfish.
Yeah. Misk is selfish too. We like the comic. We want the fucking thing to continue. And the fact that we feel like you are taking the high road, and we appreciate that because we know you're a great person. We know you're a great friend. And I do consider Band a friend, if anybody cares. I do consider Band a friend. But at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, by the looks from Misk and I perspective, this did cause the hiatus, and we're mad. And that's not. You might not be mad,
Listen,
but we
I'm
are.
upset because I'm the person where it's mine and the other moderator's job to curate stuff. The idea with the server is it's a place where people can come to talk to each other and share whatever they're working on, things that they're passionate about, without having to worry about it becoming a toxic environment or getting insulted all the time.
That's
So
right.
this feels like something that should not have been a problem.
Yeah.
This sounds like a similar to another YouTuber I watch. He likes to make film. He likes filming, and he wants to be a big time filmmaker. But the thing is, there was a certain series that he made that people loved, but then it got way too toxic because the thing is, he got cancer, but he got through it. But people like were berating him and threatened him to continue the series, and he just had to let it go.
Yeah, it's kind of weird though. Like,
I'm just saying, this kind of reminded me of that.
oh, I sort of see that, but here's at the end of the day, Band. I'm just from a selfish perspective, I'm upset that I don't get to read the chapters.
Well, at least it's a hiatus. I mean, it's not permanently gone.
No, it's not permanently gone, but you know what I was expecting in 2022 because Band hyped it up. He told me that this would be some good shit. And he told me, hey, the next few chapters are going to be stream worthy. They're going to be, you're going to like them. And I was looking forward to them. I really was. Listen, Shonen Jump has been disappointing me for long enough that at least I had someone who actually hyped up the proper shit. So I was actually happy. And I was actually going to text Band in a couple of days and say, look, my wife unexpectedly is coming on the 29th. I probably won't be able to stream some of the chapters, but I'll definitely review them and stuff. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to disappoint him. You know? And now, apparently, Miscord, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to disappoint me. So apparently they have the Infinity Gauntlet, and they just think they know best.
Reality is often disappointing.
It's very disappointing, and I'm not telling, and where Band is in here, and I'm not telling Band, I'm not telling you in any way, shape, or form. I'm not saying continue the comic for me or for Mist. You want a hiatus? You fucking go. You want to cancel the comic? You go fucking do that. That's on you.
Okay,
that's all you.
That right there sounds unselfish of you. You claim to be selfish, but that right there sounded unselfish.
We listen. People are not. Well, you know, at least we.
No.
We have our own personal desires. But
yes.
We also want what is best for other people.
Right. And what I'm saying is, selfishly, Band, fucking give me the comic. But
like we're not gonna be happy if Band.
No, I'm not gonna be happy
but we're gonna understand.
If
why.
Band sends me a direct message right now and says, Griever, I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna fucking continue the comic, I'll be mad, but on a selfish level. But will I accept it because Band is ending the comic? No, I'm gonna say, Band, if that's right for you, you do you. You know why? Because I'm Band's friend. That's the point. That's the difference. And that's what you do as a fucking friend. Jesus Christ. How is this... With all the whole friendship as the power-up in anime that we've all been watching, how the fuck does it fall flat with Discord? How the fuck do anime Discords not understand the power of friendship to this level?
People are just bad at making friends with people.
It makes no sense. We have Fairy Tail, the epitome of friendship
well,
works.
you know, it's over the internet, being able to establish social relationships with people on the same level.
My wife is over the internet.
I know, but for a lot of people it's difficult, like, not being able to interact with the person in real life makes things feel different. I don't want to assume the way people view a relationship.
You know what happened, Miss, before internet? A little thing called pen pals.
Ah, yes, the legendary pen pal.
And I had one. You know what? We're still friends to this day.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I was alive before the internet. I'll be dead long before it's fucking probably dead. But I've had friends off the internet, on the internet, and at the end of the day, got them all. So, this fucking whole bullshit of, oh, the internet friends aren't real friends. Fuck that shit. People on the other side of the internet still have feelings. Acknowledge it. I consider Band a friend. I consider Misk a friend. I consider plenty of people friends. I'm just upset.
Anywho, I'm about to hop out. Just came here to check up on you guys, see what you're up to in here. So have a good night, everybody. Happy holidays.
You do well.
Okay, thanks, man.
Peace.
Anyways, that's basically... So, does anybody have anything else to say about Record of Ragnarok, Chapter 57?
I mean...
oh, right, yeah.
That's what this stream is all about, technically.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Alright, sure, Joseph. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I actually came up with this before round 6 ended, but what I would have liked to happen if Buddha had lost and did that whole Heracles thing where he would sacrifice himself for Zerofuku, what I thought would have been a cool thing to happen is that after he does that and Zerofuku comes out of Hajun's body alive, and he would like get medically treated and all of that, but after that he would join Brunhilde and Gull and watch the fights with them. I thought that would have been a cool thing.
I agree. That would have been nice.
I don't think he would have come for this match because, well, he would have still been severely injured.
Yeah, yeah,
Buddha
I agree with
is-
Wave with that one.
I'm sure that next round we'll see like Buddha show up like in the stands with Brunhilde
That's
and
usually
Gold.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Presumably,
But
based on the pattern,
I
we're gonna see Shiva again outside the med bay this round, and then next round we're gonna see Buddha again.
yeah, and I would not have liked to see Hajun at all, me personally, but it just led to the Beelzebub being in the fuck you tier, Misk, not the B tier.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Well, I don't. Whatever. 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 I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, no. Haley, do you have any final thoughts on the chapter?
Maybe
I liked it, except, you know, I don't mind it at all, but it needs to be improved. Like, the story, it's a great story. The chapter's great. It's kind of meh a little bit, you know. It's kind of meh. There's some. What about you, Griever?
Well, I already gave my reaction, so it's fine. Let's move on to Misk.
Can I say something?
Oh, sure, Joseph.
Did you know that Shiva's voice actor in the anime is actually the same person who voices Bond?
I did not know that, but...
Yes.
Oh, wait, I
Yes.
did know that. And that's why I like Shiva's voice actor. Yeah, I did like that voice actor in the English because I was like, it's Bond. I was like, all right,
Also-
Shiva went up 1 point for that.
Also,
Yeah.
did anyone here notice that Zeus has an accent?
No?
I didn't notice
Like
that.
in what? In the
In the
In the
anime,
English.
did you notice that he has an accent?
No.
I don't speak
Wait.
Japanese, so I didn't notice, and I didn't listen to the English dub.
Okay. Well, if you watch a couple of episodes at the beginning of round 2, and then you might hear Zeus's accent.
Oh,
What
interesting.
kind of
the old
accent
man
is it?
voice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to copy it like this. He said, "I'll copy the part where he comments on Adam's weapon. He says, "Well, now you really picked a good one."
I mean, it sounds more like he's trying to be deep voiced rather than an accent to me.
Yeah,
Like
well,
I remember because
technically-
I watched it in both and I didn't notice an accent, but maybe.
Technically, every dialect is an accent.
Yeah, technically I'm speaking in an accent right now.
Everybody speaks an accent.
Yeah, Misk is speaking in a Floridan accent technically.
Is it? I've found it's actually kind of a mix between like South Florida and New England, which makes sense because those are the two places
Yeah.
I'm from. But
Well,
I think I
technically-
generally talk more
If-
like a New England.
Well, if we were to be general, Misk, you and I are Eastern Coast accent and we're the same accent.
Yeah, our accents are fairly similar. I think I generally sound
my accent.
more like
I
my
have a little bit of
parents.
Italian
My uncle
accent.
sounds the most like a person from New England, like out of
Yeah.
almost anyone you'd make.
Like,
And
you can't
the
hear it.
Boston accent is a
The
little bit
Boston
different.
accent.
Boston, we are going to talk like this. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
my uncle's accent sounds similar to a Bostonian accent because it's in Mass, but it's not as extreme as
Yeah.
that. I think
And-
his is slightly. He has like a little bit of like a Jewish accent because he's Jewish. He
Fair
was raised in
enough.
a Jewish household.
So, Misk, what is your opinion on the chapter?
Okay, so my big take on
Mhm.
Shin and why I disagree with your position on him is
Mhm.
that the reason a lot of people don't like Poseidon is not just because he's a dick, it's because he has no personality or charisma outside just
Besides
being a
being a
dick.
dick.
Fair.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean by no personality? His personality is cold.
Okay,
Cold-
his personality is that he's very cold and emotionless. Shin has a lot of charisma,
Yeah.
which makes him better.
Fair.
Basically, that's people.
Okay.
The reason a lot of people don't rank round 3 as high as I do is because they're like Kojiro carries the entire fight. Poseidon is like a non-character.
Yeah.
Now I disagree. I agree. I understand Poseidon's role within the story. I understand his narrative purpose. But when you stack him up to the other fighters, there is straight up barely anything to his
Round
character.
7 is basically
Yeah,
two
round
better
7 is
Poseidons
basically the
fighting.
reason I don't have to put Poseidon up any higher now is because originally I was like, yeah, Poseidon's kind of a shit character, but his design's really cool. Now I don't have to do that anymore because we basically have a better Poseidon design with an actual character attached to it.
Which is Hades.
and
Right.
Poseidon's personality with a better character. So this round
Yeah,
is
or you
basically
have a guy who's very arrogant and full of himself, but he has like actual emotions and charisma, which makes him much more entertaining to read.
Honestly, I would like a character. Well, isn't Buddha? Does Buddha kind of have that kind of personality? Except he's not
No,
selfish.
Buddha's very arrogant and full of himself, but he's not malicious. He's benevolent.
yeah, he's not malicious.
He's also very he's there's a nonchalant. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, he's nonchalant, whereas Poseidon's very stuck
really
up.
quick.
You could
Apparently,
argue...
I'm being talked down to. Julio Hidalgo says, "Hey man, from Weeb server, you seem cool. Latest chapter.
Oh, no.
Got to be ready to
Weeb
talk more,
server?
man. Don't be too sparring, letting Miss steal the show. Apparently, Miss, you're stealing
Julio,
my
a
show.
person, or Julio, I assume it's Julio, a person from
Oh
Weeb
yeah.
server.
Apparently,
That's
you're
cool.
stealing my show, Miss. So shut the fuck up."
I barely talked for quite a few stretches
pure
of like the
white boy.
last hour.
I don't know.
But apparently we have white boy accents. Anyways, continue your discussion. I just wanted to bring.
I'm a big talker.
You're a big talker. Fuck off. Yeah, you are. But anyways.
What the fuck? Yeah. Chin's also nonchalant. I mean, yeah, he is very full of himself.
So was
and stuff, but
Adam.
he seems-
Adam was also nonchalant, right?
Yeah, but that was different. He wasn't like...
Adam was
What's
the
the word I'm looking
father
for?
of all humanity.
He wasn't trying to assert his superiority over other people.
Nah,
he was just like, yeah, I'm just pretty great.
Yeah.
Selfless. He was very
Adam
selfless.
walked in like Heracles walked in. Like, see, here's how champions walk in. They die standing up, and they die being like, we're just the best, and they know it.
Yeah, Chin is just an arrogant character. I don't have an
You know
issue with
what's
him having a
funny?
wrong ideology because, I mean, there are plenty of characters we like who have wrong ideologies.
Griever,
That's
you know
not-
what's funny in the manga, Griever?
What about
You know-
the manga?
I mean,
You know when
back
Adam
in the
lost
day,
his god's eyes or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of. Do you think it's funny or no?
What if
No, it's not funny. It's amazing.
What's funny?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It's really cool. So that's mistake. So now we're on to Wave.
my
Wave's-
take on the chapter overall
Oh yeah,
is
Miss.
that this fight is off to a really good start so far.
I
This is probably the
think it is
strongest
too.
Start of any of the out of the last 3 fights, this definitely has the strongest start. Out of
Yeah,
all of them,
yeah.
by quite a bit.
Hades versus Chin is going to be really good. Wave,
Yeah.
what's your take on the last Wave?
Good fight. I see it as a better fight between two Poseidons that are different but yet the same. Like, they take the pieces of Poseidon, like Hades took the design, tweaked it, make it still good, but you took the personality, basically took all the personal parts of Poseidon, made them better, and put it in Chin. So what I see the fight is kind of like two good versions of Poseidon, like two good actual characters of Poseidon.
Fair enough.
And I also think of it as like, when I read the chapter, I was like, so basically this is like when Yu-Gi-Oh tries to like use older cards, bring out support for older cards, like how they always support Blue Eyes and Red Eyes, even though nowadays they're pretty weak without all the support.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, they're retroactively trying to make Poseidon a better character.
I
Which
mean,
I'm not sure I'm a fan of.
Yes, they need to bring out,
I
like,
don't think it works that well, so we'll have to wait and see.
I didn't
Yeah.
fully recognize when Chin explained his views as what a king should be. I didn't recognize that it was selfish.
It was selfish as fuck. Like, listen, as Miss disagrees with me 100%, but that took, like, I'm on the Hades bandwagon. I was before the fight started, and you can go back and watch my videos to confirm that. But the fact of the matter is, I liked Chin as a design, as a character, blah blah blah. Once you said that, boom, He went way down, because he's no king. He's no king.
For me, he was already. Nah, listen, Griever. Back in the day, being a king meant, oh, you run a country, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
But they
That's what a
already
king was back then.
see, Miss. The problem is that we have too many of this ideology. We had it in Bleach and Shaman King and fucking every other manga, every
It's
other
their own character for that.
Yeah, I know, but they were all shit characters that were proven wrong. Every single time a character comes out and be
proven wrong,
a king,
doesn't make them shit.
No, but what I mean is every character that comes out and says a king is a king because he's strong always gets fucked up because they're wrong in their ideology.
Luffy?
Every time.
I thought he said that because
No, Luffy's not wrong because Luffy isn't because the Pirate King is the strongest. Luffy thinks the Pirate King is the most free. It's a difference.
You know what the deal was?
Yeah,
I had a
but you also
different
need to be
interpretation
really
of that interaction
strong
than
to
you
be the
did.
king.
Yeah, but Luffy, listen, if Luffy didn't need Conqueror's Haki to be the strongest, if Conqueror's Haki didn't exist, he would never discover it. Like, that's the point. Luffy, if East Blue, if Don Krieg was the strongest in the sea, and all he needed to do was gum no pistol Don Krieg, Luffy would have been happy. He never needed Haki. Luffy doesn't want to be the strongest. He wants to be the most free. And to be the most free, you need to be the strongest. But he doesn't correlate it like that. That makes him a different character. He's not looking... Zoro's looking to be the strongest, but not Luffy.
as a swordsman.
As a swordsman, exactly.
Yes,
as a
that
swordsman.
doesn't mean that.
Didn't have Conqueror's Haki.
That's the point. That's my
Would
point.
have one. If he didn't have Conqueror's Haki,
Wait, is
he
part
wouldn't
of
have
Sanji's
one
goal
Lord
to
Heart.
Is part of Sanji's goal to be the best cook, or is it just to find the East
No,
Blue?
his thing is to find the all blue. And Julio Hidalgo says, well, there aren't too many stuck-up characters like usually Zeus is an ass in the media, but most of the gods are pretty chill except for Odin and Poseidon. Sure, fine, dandy. Also says, we haven't really seen Chin use his Volan. What the fuck? Yeah, we did. He activated it. That's what his body armor is.
Like
What the fuck
enhances
is his
martial
Volan's
arts.
purpose? No way, it's just like Raiden's that makes him stronger. I would argue that it saved him from being cut in half, but fine, Dandy.
Yeah, I mean, what is the purpose of armor? It's to
Yeah,
protect your body.
also said, damn, some deep-ass One Piece insight right there. Well, what I'm saying is that Luffy's goal is not to be the strongest. Luffy's goal is to be the most free. If being the most free makes you the strongest, that's sort of like that's a consolation prize to him. He doesn't need to be stronger than Kaido. He just needs to be the most free. He needs to be the one that can go to any sea.
Yeah, but you also need strength to be free.
But the difference is Luffy doesn't see it that way. Hence, that makes him a different character. There's a difference between a character who wants to be the greatest of all time. There's a difference between Rocky Balboa and Luffy. Rocky wants the championship belt. Luffy doesn't and cares what it represents. Luffy doesn't care about the championship belt. But if the championship belt makes him be able to go wherever he wants, then Luffy wants the championship belt.
Wait,
That's
is
the
Luffy
difference.
not interested in finding the One Piece anymore?
No, he's interested in finding the One Piece, but it doesn't mean it'll make him the strongest. Buggy could find the One Piece. Does that make him the strongest? No, that's the point. Luffy doesn't care about being the strongest. He cares
I'm
about...
not fully caught up to One Piece yet, so...
He doesn't care about becoming the strongest. He's not, like Naruto wants to become the Hokage. Technically, the Hokage isn't necessarily the strongest. The Pirate
Isn't
King, well, no, because we
I
have...
thought the Hokage was... I read somewhere that the village Hokage was the strongest shinobi in the village.
In the village, but not the strongest in the world.
Ah, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you still have to take on
Ichigo-
be able to drive
Toriko
the
never
Hokage.
sought it. Ichigo never sought it. You got to remember that the strongest isn't always sought by the people that want it.
Goes to Saitama.
They unequivocally become the strongest by a set of circumstances. Not that they were set out to be that. Like, Goku wants to be the strongest. Goku is a perfect example of, I want to be the strongest. But most characters do not want to be the strongest. Asta does not want to be the strongest. He just wants to be the Wizard King. My Hero Academia, Deku wants to be a hero. Does not want to be the strongest hero. Just wants to be like All Might. Be like Superman.
He wants to be the number one hero.
He wants to be the number one hero. Now you could
doesn't mean being the strongest.
you could argue Deku, and it's why Deku's a horrible character. But you could argue
I
Deku.
don't think that. I don't think that. I like My Hero Academia.
I don't mind it, but it's not that great. But Ichigo does not want to be the strongest Shinigami. Luffy does not necessarily want to be the strongest pirate. He wants to be king of the pirates with the most freedom. He doesn't care about being the strongest pirate. Naruto even wants to be the Hokage, not because he wants to be the strongest, but for unresolved issues with his dad and his mom.
Technically, he didn't know that his dad and mom were the Kage.
No, and right, he didn't know that. So
I go bullshit. I go bullshit on that. Like, nobody would have said, or anything. That just pissed me off when I was like, nobody.
No, I know, but my point is that most shonen heroes don't actually, other than Goku, realistically, Goku is adamant on he wants to be the best that ever was. Him and Ippo are the only two, ironically, running for 20 years, want to be the best that there ever was. Most characters, most MCs do not actually want to be the strongest. They have a goal that's aligned with the strongest, but it's not actually the strongest. Like, for example, if someone told you tomorrow that Rocksteady Zebek was stronger than Roger, no matter Roger at his peak, at his prime, whatever, and it took Roger and Garp to defeat Rocks, would you tell me that, well, then clearly he wasn't the Pirate King? Well, no. Roger was still the Pirate King. It's just that there was somebody stronger than the Pirate King. Does that make him not the Pirate King? No. And all Luffy, hold on, all
strongest, or that he was
right. All Luffy wants to do, all Luffy wants to do is become what Roger was. He doesn't want to become what Rocks was. He doesn't want to become the strongest. Zoro does. Zoro wants to become the greatest swordsman there ever was. But Luffy does not.
Mihawk's just going to get stabbed in the back by Shiryu, which, come on.
I don't see it. He's got observation hockey up the yin yang. People have been saying that.
Of course. Why the?
If Shiryu beats Mihawk, it'll be some bullshit with Ace. It'll be some weakened Mihawk who jumps in the way of Shiryu's blade level.
I cannot even begin to fathom Shiryu beating Mihawk.
Yeah, it won't happen. People have been saying that for 10 years and it won't happen.
I mean, like,
no, I think they mentioned that Shiryu will go invisible and stab Mihawk in the back since he gained the invisibility.
I just said that. But the point is, observation hockey.
Yes, I agree.
And invisible fruit will not affect him.
We haven't seen an invisibility fruit user against a observation hockey user.
Yeah, generally, don't use something that just makes you invisible against someone who can probably hit something even if they can't see it.
Yeah. Like, if you have future... Are you arguing that, like... If Katakuri can see the fucking future, so can fucking Mihawk. I'm just saying.
Like, come on, we gotta be really, really fucking real here. If someone's as strong as Mihawk, they have to have fucking...
Luffy untrained. Luffy untrained used observation hockey to note that Mihawk would have cut him and retracted his arm, and even Mihawk went, oh, he did that. Because Mihawk knew that he used observation hockey before Luffy even recognized he did it. So
like,
Mihawk
is the, as far as we can tell, he's like the best observation hockey user we've seen. But like, let's be real here. Every fucking top tier character is gonna have observation hockey to some extent.
Yeah, it's like how they
I'm
they
gonna
revealed.
say that Kaido and Big Mom don't have as good of observation hockey as Katakuri. I think he has the best in the series that we've seen so far. But I do think that even then, beings like Big Mom, Kaido, could just be like, yeah, you can see the future. What do you see? You see me kicking your ass? Good.
Which is technically what's happening right now with Luffy and Kaido.
Yeah. But anyway, bringing it back to Ragnarok, I think the reason that, okay, with this scene with Shin talking about what makes a king, I had almost a different reaction from yours, in which I had more of an issue with Hades rather than Shin, and I think it's because we read into the scenes differently. It's mostly the wording here, in that Shin is describing someone who needs to be a leader of the people rather than a ruler of the people. Now, this is just semantics, but I think
Yeah,
the difference between a leader and a ruler is very specific. A ruler is a person that tells the people, do whatever the fuck I say. I'm going to command you through fear and power. Whereas a leader is someone who commands respect
Well,
from their
personally, for
people.
me, it could be interchangeable. That's my own personal
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, it could.
A
You can argue that it's
ruler
just
and a leader
interchangeable,
are
but
interchangeable. Like,
the way
there's
here
good
that like,
rulers
oh, a
and
leader
bad
is,
leaders.
that's it's portrayed as like a virtuous thing, and then Hades is like, ah, yes, my brother Poseidon was a very virtuous, good, ideal leader, and I'm like, can we please not try to rehabilitate Poseidon's
yeah,
character
I
like
didn't really.
retroactively?
I didn't when
Yeah,
I read this, I didn't get a selfish vibe. I I didn't
Yeah, I
until
think
the
it's
Griever.
specifically that word choice. If we ever, whenever we get like an official translation of this chapter and it's different, then I'll probably have something else. I don't know, you can talk to Vib or whatever to see what the kanji was, but in my mind, a leader is something different from a ruler or a tyrant. Um, and then Hades was basically like, ah, yeah, my brother was that good thing also. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. Um, I've like, I've got I retracted a very small amount of points for Hades just because I'm tired of the whole "Oh, Poseidon was so great" thing.
I
Um,
agree with you that we need to
but
bring out like Adamus. Like,
it's only
what
a
was his
very
reaction to
temporary.
that?
Yeah, I also have the question of like, how the fuck? You remember Poseidon killed your other brother, right? I know it was in like self-defense, but I mean, come on, that has to be
But
something that
also,
gets brought
Zeus
up at
did
some
kill
point.
their
Whoa!
father.
Who said that Poseidon killed Adamus out of self-defense? I'm pretty sure Poseidon killed him out of just like he didn't think he was worthy.
Well, because Adamas tried to attack him, so you can make an argument for self-defense.
Okay, but
Um,
I was getting the vibe that that Poseidon killed him out of thinking he wasn't worthy
He
of
was
being
literally
ruler.
jumping at him with a
Nah, because
massive
Poseidon doesn't.
scythe in his hands.
Basically, Poseidon was just like, "Yeah, you're an unworthy piece of shit," and then Adamas got pissed off about it and attacked Poseidon. So Poseidon was like, "Okay," and then just killed him.
Yeah, he just like killed him with no emotion, which made me think he just did it because he wanted to do it.
He just, if he had no emotion, he just did it because like, "Oh, you're attacking me? Okay, bye." So for Hades, very, very small detraction in Hades stocks. However, I expect them to go back up again, above Chin's after we get his backstory. So it's only a temporary thing that I have not even the slightest belief will last.
So,
Yeah,
Miss, my question is, before I answer, Skin said, "Did you think this was a good, satisfying chapter to the end of the year?" I do,
Yeah, it
but
was a great chapter.
do you still have your bet on Hades, even with your
Oh
all
yeah,
your
I still bet on Hades.
so even with all your chin fucking
man.
with all your chin
Oh yeah,
stroking, you're still.
I mean, I think Chin's very entertaining, but we've had entertaining characters lose before,
That's
so.
true. That's true.
And I think
I'm
Hades,
very
generally,
on
in terms of the
Hades.
way the
Like,
narrative of the story goes, I feel like a person that's fighting on
Hades
behalf of his family instead of
is
some kind of ego or
out
duty
of
thing is
the
probably way more
dead.
likely
He's
to
a
win.
worthy honorable. He can't die. He
Well,
can't
this is
die.
Wait, they can all die, actually.
Yeah, they can
Yeah.
all die. That's the deal.
Yeah,
That's the deal.
And it's not just die. You get
Yeah,
you get
Zeus-
You
destroyed
get
out of
deleted from existence. Your soul
Yeah.
doesn't
Exactly.
exist anymore. If you die in
Actually,
Ragnarok.
it's actually brought up something that we were talking about, Miss, you and I before with the
I
whole
think
Buddha
there's
thing.
like type of
Was the
hell or
idea that, wait a minute, what if
Just-
Brunhilde is wrong?
Well, it seems to be everyone's general understanding of how things work.
Yeah, but
just because
technically-
that's how. Just
ever-
because that's
ever
how
since
everyone
round-
understands.
But ever since round 6, ever since 0,
throughout Helheim, so maybe like Beelzebub is going to like collect all the remains and like put the
Because
fighters back
it's not
together.
just they
and
stop
fight for
existing,
him.
it's
I don't know.
basically the remains
like
of your
Odin does
soul
something
are
like that.
cast into the void of Niflhel. You're ejected from the cycle of
yeah,
reincarnation.
like,
So based on everyone's understanding of how things work, there's nothing after this. But no one here is straight up omniscient. No character
Yeah.
we've met, no matter how old or wise they are,
or maybe,
knows
once again, I'm still in the
or
theory
maybe
that
they do
Odin.
know and we haven't been. Yeah, Odin may know, 'cause
Odin
could
is,
be
and
omniscient.
that's why the one time he was shocked was the Adam thing, and
Because
then
it was a completely
And-
illogical thing
and the
that happened. It
Hajun
made
thing,
no sense.
and then he went up to Beelzebub, went, "I'm not gonna let anything fucking fuck this up, you asshole." So Adam fucked with his vision, and so did Beelzebub in some way.
Oh my
So-
god, the biblical characters fucking with Odin.
Yeah,
Interesting
exactly.
pattern.
Exactly. A good pattern. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Adam was the only one to
Fair.
shock Odin. Odin wasn't shocked by what Beelzebub did, but he suspected and he went, "I'm not going to let this shit happen again." He clearly, he
It
saw
rips off the shades.
Lucifer is involved. I got her.
Odin
Not
knew
Lucifer.
about Hajun, but he didn't know that it would appear like that. That's what
Wait,
my
how did
argument.
Odin know? Wait, I
Hey,
thought only Hades
hey.
knew it. Who knew who?
No, because
who-
Odin
Yeah,
was like,
what's
oh,
the
that's like a weird
shades? Oh,
demon
like,
thing. Who would I know that would turn a child deity into a weird demon thing? You!
Which, once again, Misk,
Didn't
in
even
the
take
fuck
that
you
road
tier,
to be like-
thank you.
Listen, I like Mayuri. If I like Mayuri, I have no reason to not like Beelzebub. I like the
Listen,
character archetype. They
listen,
amuse
listen.
me.
He
They're
fucked
entertaining.
up a
so much.
child. Listen, I don't even see Mayuri doing that.
Yeah, Mayuri would totally do that. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
but we
me?
haven't seen it. That's the difference. We didn't see him do that.
I expected
Yeah,
Beelzebub
but
to be
you
evil
also
from the beginning.
stated that Mayuri is way eviler than
Yeah, you even
Beelzebub.
stated that Mayuri is more evil than him.
Yeah, but wait a
Yeah,
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The difference is that, yeah, okay. So, what did Mayuri do? Mayuri killed innocent soldiers on the battlefield. That's about the worst thing that I can think that Mayuri did.
believed in him, and he
That-
literally
whatever.
said,
Well,
Okay,
I don't
then
give a
he
fuck.
committed
Wait a minute.
crimes
Wait a
against
minute. I don't give a fuck.
existence.
The point is, this man took an
Which is
innocent
the exact
child.
same
Wait a
argument.
minute. Wait a minute. Took an innocent child, plugged demon horns into him, and then unleashed hell.
For science.
That sounds
Are you
worse.
telling me, for science, are you telling me that's more evil than Mayuri sacrificing 5 people? Are you
Yeah,
guys
I
fucked
feel like
in the
we're
head or
understanding-
not?
Okay, to be fair, post-Soul Society, they really don't go into how much of an evil fuck Mayuri was set up
No,
to be
but
in
once
Soul
again,
Society.
on screen, alright, Misk, on screen.
Yeah, on screen he doesn't do anything.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying
what-
Mayuri. I'm not
he's
saying
done.
Mayuri will not do Beelzebub level shit. I'm not saying he would not
No.
do that. But I'm saying
You literally.
the fact of the matter is we saw Beelzebub do it. That changes the
technically,
game.
We only saw him.
Okay, tell
clearing
me,
over
Griever, would you have as much of a problem with Beelzebub doing this if he wore a suit and had slicked back hair?
Yeah.
I
What
don't
say
know.
you?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, I just
Alright.
wanted to make
Yeah.
sure.
You know what my
If he
biggest
was
problem.
just, like,
Not only
sitting in
does
the
Beelzebub,
like,
not
no,
only,
like,
not
weird
only.
torture stuff, not wearing a priest outfit.
No, I don't give a fuck about the priest. I didn't even notice the priest outfit. Miss can confirm that. I did not notice
No.
the priest
Yeah,
outfit.
he didn't
No,
notice
another
it.
design,
At
But-
I don't think.
But not
another
only,
design I don't think any
not
of you
only
guys
is this
noticed
hipster
is that-
motherfucker pretending to be Mayuri Kuretsuchi, And or Jeff Goldblum from The Fly. Let's be realistic. Not only is he pretending to be a 1980s fucking horror film, outside of that, he's not even good at it, and he's the name of the motherfucking devil. Like, I might be disappointed by Luciforo from Black Clover, but goddamn, Beelzebub makes him look like a goddamn champion.
Well,
Just
because
saying.
it seems like what they're going for here is Beelzebub is not.
I
literally saying
wanted
he's one of
James
the crown princes
Bond.
of hell.
I didn't want
Well,
this
you got
shit.
that. Listen, you can't base your entire liking of a character based on your initial expectations for what
I
he would
can.
be.
I've been doing it for 30 years. I can do
Okay,
this.
you do that. On my end, I'm gonna be like, well, I was kind of hoping for something else from this character, but let's see
Listen,
what they do with him.
I'll
That's
tell you
my-
what. I'll tell you what. Here's my grasp. If he didn't look like James Bond, then he could have looked like Hajun. Is that not fair? He could have looked like the
What if
literal
he looked
devil.
like a giant
I mean,
demonic
he is
monster?
a demon.
Could
He's
he-
a devil. He can
Well,
take on
could
any
he
number
could he
of
look like?
forms.
Wait a
It
minute.
depends on how
But,
they're trying to
hey,
portray you.
how about I spit a
Beelzebub
bunch
might
of
be
how about I
considered
spit a bunch of them? How about I spit out the Final Fantasy summons? How about I spit out Diablo summons? How about I spit out every fucking interpretation of the devil? I could name you 50 interpretations of the goddamn devil that look better than this. And don't tell me they're not better. And then your guys are going to tell me that Beelzebub, this interpretation, I'm sorry, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm sorry.
Griever, oh, I got a good one here. So, wait, hold on.
Okay.
First off, you had an issue with him because he's copying apparently the same archetype as Myuri, but then you have a problem with him because it's a different interpretation of Beelzebub than you're used to.
Oh, I got an idea. What about
Yeah.
Beelzebub?
He fails.
Beelzebub
Yeah.
manga, that little
Miss,
bit green
miss.
head baby.
What I'm saying is he fails on both counts. If he was gonna
I
be
see.
no, well, no, like understand this. If he was going to fail the expectations of being a demon overlord, right? Like looking like Hajun or looking like Diablo or looking
He's
like
just like one of the
then
seven.
then he fails on that count, right? Fair enough. Okay. Next expectation. He looks like James Bond. He doesn't. Okay. Next interpretation. He looks like a goddamn creature, like something like Cthulhu thing. No. All right.
Well, he's definitely
Fourth.
going to.
Now,
That'll be his
fourth.
transformation.
Listen, I'm already on my fourth expectation, which is not wrong. Let's just go down the list. On my fourth expectation, now let's just go for the mad scientist thing. He doesn't look as good as Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. He does not look as good. So, what I'm saying is, 5 expectations now. All shit. And now I get some hipster, priest-looking wannabe. Do you not understand why I'm disappointed?
I mean, I guess, but at this rate, I've expected Ragnarok to do weird stuff with the character designs.
No, but every other expectation,
Fine
like,
with other interpretations of Beelzebub.
if Sasaki Kojiro looked like a blue-eyed white dude from Germany, I'd be upset. Can you not understand
Well,
that?
that's because Sasaki Kojiro is a
Is
real
a
guy.
Japanese swordsman. Having Beelzebub, the king of hell, like Hades
Okay, Wave,
looks...
I was also looking up Beelzebub on Google. I don't know what the fuck this baby Beelzebub animation
He's
is.
supposed
That's
to, once
first
again,
and
I
foremost.
told you, once again, fourth interpretation. He looks like the king of flies. That's why I keep bringing up the Jeff Goldblum the fly thing. Because he's supposed to be a giant fly monster.
I've seen many
Beelzebub.
interpretations where Beelzebub is a scientist, and I'm fine with him being a
So,
scientist.
but
If he's
why
a
is he...
wicked priest?
So
I
why
don't
is he a
mind it if
hipster priest?
I don't know.
So...
Because that's
Yeah,
how
I'm
Satanists
up-
are these days.
I'm
They're all
upset-
Seen much. He
hipsters.
seems like apathetic. He seems like, oh yeah.
Listen,
So,
when I was 9 years old...
shit.
Listen, when I was 11 years old, I didn't like goths. I still don't like them to this day. Guess what? I don't like a fucking goth version.
You don't like that aesthetic.
Right. That's... Hey, once again, I'm not hating on the character. I'm hating on my opinion. Like, the opinion is I don't like the design because I don't like the design because I don't like the aesthetic. Miss just said it. And the fact of the matter is, I don't like what he did to Zerafuku. Does anybody like what he did to Zerafuku? Does anybody like
I don't.
Beelzebub?
No.
There we go.
But
So why are people arguing?
Because here's the thing.
because
I don't
everything
view
you say
Beelzebub
about him
as-
is a negative.
I don't view
Yeah, he's
Beelzebub
done
as
some
the
terrible
devil.
stuff. I think he
view
is
Beelzebub.
going to be like one of the main antagonists of the series. But he's not
I
going
think
to
he
be,
will
like,
be
the
because
main
Odin
antagonist.
showed up and even said, "Sit the fuck down." So I think like
Yeah, I think
Beelzebub.
Odin's going to be the final antagonist of the series, but I think Beelzebub will be a main antagonist.
He will
You know the
be
difference.
another member of our very relatively small count of straight-up objective antagonists in one of the fights.
Right.
You got Poseidon,
I like
you got
to view
Hajun,
Beelzebub
probably
as, like, the
Loki, probably
disturbance,
Odin,
but-
Beelzebub.
Right.
Yeah, we only have like straight up. I think Odin, yeah, he is the main antagonist of the series, but Beelzebub is like a side antagonist.
It's like Poseidon.
isn't-
It's like Poseidon stands out from a lot of the other gods is because he is straight up objectively bad. He's an antagonist.
Well, he's not
in
straight
a
up evil,
lot of
but
the
he
other
is a terrible
fights-
person.
In a lot of the other fights, you are able to conceive of some kind of reason to support the other characters, or you look at the way the narrative portrays both characters. The way the narrative functions in round 3 and round 6, Kojiro and Buddha are the protagonists of the fight.
Yeah.
Poseidon and Hajun are the antagonists of the fight. When
Mhm.
Beelzebub fights, when Loki fights, when Odin fights, the way it's going to be set up is the human fighter's the protagonist and the god fighter is the antagonist.
Just like how round 4 was a very. We have two
It
protagonists.
was very morally gray. It's the most morally
Yes.
gray of the fight.
Exactly.
Because
Same,
the
so is
guy
round
on
2.
the-
Most evil
I mean,
human
in
is
the
most
overarching
righteous
story,
God.
in the entirety of the story, the god side is the antagonist side and the human side is the protagonist
they're
side.
trying to wipe
but-
out all of humanity, so technically they are the antagonists of the series.
We
but
need
they're
to-
not.
hold
in
on.
a lot of the other fights, you have reasons that you could feasibly root for both
We
sides.
need to apologize to Tenryu because he said because we're getting like a King of Lightning or a Braga DA stream.
Oh
he
god.
said, "Can one person talk at a time, please?" So
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay,
So-
sorry.
and we've
Yeah.
been pretty good lately, but before I understand this message came in probably late. So yeah, we were talking over each other.
Yeah.
But yes, nonetheless, yes, Misk is right. Wave, you're right. Joseph, you're right. Haley, you're right. Like there's a lot to be said about the.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with you, actually. I don't disagree with you.
Alright.
Beelzebub is an evil character, but I'm pretty sure that's what makes him a good character because he's supposed to be despised, right?
Yeah, like that's what I'm
You
trying to
know,
get
you-
at. I'm trying to
Poseidon
get
does a
at.
good
Like,
job.
has anybody seen the Green Mile movie?
Green Mile.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the one with Tom Hanks, right?
Yes, yes. There's a character called Percy in that movie. You're supposed to fucking hate him, but as an actor, you have to acknowledge that he did a phenomenal job of making you hate that fucking guy. And ironically,
Yeah, like the guy
in-
who played Joffrey.
right, exactly. That actor did a phenomenal job of making you hate him as a character. And in the same way, the reason I brought up the Green Mile was not to just point a finger at the person you're supposed to hate, but the character that you really enjoy in the Green Mile, who alongside Tom Hanks, helps Tom Hanks, is a fucking asshole in 2 seasons of House MD with Hugh Laurie. He's the cop who's a fucking asshole. So you watch him in one film, you love this guy. You hate him in the next thing you see. And that's a mark
Yeah,
of a great actor. And then the
That
same
is
way.
a great. That is how you can tell that somebody's a great actor. You can love them in one thing and absolutely
Exactly.
despise them in another.
Bradley Cooper, an asshole in Wedding Crashers. Love Bradley Cooper in Limitless and some other movies like Hangover and Limitless and some other stuff. So, perfect example is that potentially we have a character that, yeah, given the circumstances, might be a great character or might be a great actor. But given the circumstances around what the situation we're in, I'm not a fan. And that's all I'm saying. It's like Chin. It's like Quinn Ching. Like, when he gave that speech, I was just like, no. I fundamentally disagree with everything this man is saying, so I'm not on team. I'm not on his team.
You can have that. I understand that.
And I like his character design, and I actually like his character. I like that he flipped Ares, and I like his whole attitude, but I don't like his ideology. So I lost faith points in him, even though I was already on Team Hades. Now I'm, like, if I was 60-40 Team Hades, now I'm 80-20. You know what I mean? Like, it broadened the gap. It didn't help his case. Yes?
Question, how much did you like Jack before we got his backstory?
Actually, I was
let's see, he was a pretty good fight. I kind of liked the way he fighted. I enjoyed Jack a little bit more because of his fighting style before we got his backstory.
But as a character. Because the way, I talked about this in my review, but it feels very much so in the function of the backstory of the flashback we get in this chapter, is that we're going to get more than one flashback for Chin. We're going to get, like, a straight-up character origin backstory later towards the end of the fight.
Jack's mom was the best character.
You know, alright. We're going to ban you from the stream you say that again.
No, I found a video where, like,
you say Jack's. I dare you. I will fucking ban you.
Jack's mom, the best character, and I was like,
wave. I dare you.
Have a single vote. That just pissed me off. Like,
Griever.
Why would anyone like Jack's mom? She's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
exactly.
She is the worst character in the
Thank
series.
you. All right. You saved yourself because I was about to ban your ass.
You know, I saw a waifu video. I saw a video about waifus in regular Ragnarok, and she was one of them.
They should shoot
Like,
that
what the heck?
person.
Listen,
Like, who would vote
People
for that?
voted for
listen. I got Heracles as a waifu above Jack's mom. And actually, I got Heracles above a lot of women, to be fair.
Heracles would make a wonderful partner.
Yeah, Heracles is like one of the top. He's an A-tier waifu. Let's be realistic. But but point of the matter is that to answer Miss' question, you'd have to go back and check my earlier streams. But I think I was very upset at Jack winning the fight, but I never disliked Jack as a character throughout the fight.
And why is that, despite his horrendous ideology?
Because Jack intrigued me as a character.
Yeah, he's
very
intriguing.
He sort of, you know what he did? He like, unlike a safe character, unlike the safe bet, like we were talking about with Joseph about, like, oh, well, you know, do the, like, go get a trade, be an electrician, be a plumber, you know, do a safe bet. Like, no, bet on your dreams. Go be a Steven Spielberg. Go be a Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jack sort of felt like that. Jack felt like, where are we going to go with this? I'm like perversely intrigued by, will he be the next Brad Pitt? Will he go there? I just want to see. Like, you want to see, sort of like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know, you sort of, you can't look away, but you want to see it. And it ended up in, well, technically Heracles' favor because he changed Jack. So Heracles won the fight in a roundabout type of way. But Jack, like, it was watching, it was more, it was like Beauty and the Beast a little bit with Heracles and Jack. It was more Beauty and the Beast than it was with.
By the way, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Chin will ever top Jack's writing. I'm just
No. I know what you're trying to say. Like, why?
I was curious as to why you would like a character who is, like, objectively a worse person than Chin is, but dislike Chin for having a bad ideology.
Yeah, because the reason is and to be fair to Chin, if he changes his ideology, I might start to like him.
I mean, he
because
seems to be coming around a little bit at the end of the chapter because he refused
indeed
to acknowledge anyone else as a king, and then as soon as Hades smacked the
he
shit out of him,
said
he's
he
like,
said
"Okay, king."
King, let's go. Right.
Hey, who else is hoping that Shin is blind?
He
I'm hoping
is.
he's blind because I don't
He's
want any more
totally.
fucking
I've
eyeball
never,
powers. His
I've
eyes
never
I
look
heard
thought.
he is
milky as
blind.
fuck. He looks like he can't see anything.
Yeah, he's
I'm
blind.
Yeah,
pretty-
I
I
heard
thought
it's like he's blind
And
and
also,
no
I'm
eye
pretty sure
powers.
mercury poisoning can make you blind.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
that's a
pretty-
reference.
However,
I would
I
like to
feel
think
like
that he
mercury
wore the
poisoning
blindfold like
would
Mercury
suggest there
poison
was a
can
point
kill
where he
ya.
wasn't poisoned, and if he's here in his physical prime, that would
Well,
mean
maybe
he
he
wouldn't be
lost it
blind.
during the fight with
So,
who?
But maybe once again, like
no, because
like
I
Kojiro,
think,
this could be his prime.
yeah, either his prime was after going blind. I don't know if a
Remember,
physical
he defeated
prime
a god
means.
after 6 days while being blind.
Yeah, so I don't know if physical prime means a certain point in time, or it means you at a certain point in time and you do not have any of the ailments that were afflicting you that you had when you were alive. The only kind of maybe suggestion that it's only a certain point of time is Raiden, because
Well,
Raiden still had his issues, but that's not really an ailment. That's just more
no.
so he is too
But
strong
wait a
for his
minute.
own body.
Look at Okita.
Yeah,
Instead,
we don't
which
know if he has ghost
yeah,
tuberculosis.
because when you look at it, he died when he was a teenager, but he's clearly like 14, 15 in his prime in the Shinsengumi. Now, Sasuke
Sasuke died before
Kojiro,
he.
when he died, he was in his 30s, but he was an old man when he fought. But apparently,
Exactly, yeah.
Okita believes that his prime was before he died.
Yeah.
Sasuke doesn't believe that. So,
So
I
what
think
I'm
it's a
thinking
state
is
of mind.
presumably either Chin lost his eyesight at some point that was before he reached his prime, or maybe losing his eyesight was what made him stronger. It's probably a case like that. I
Does
don't
no
have
one
to
think
rely on
that
my
his
eyes for things. Or he was just straight up born blind, so he's never
does,
had a state where he was able to see things.
I think
does
it's
no
one
one
of
think that
those
his blindfold is just
Fujitora.
a fashion statement?
Well,
I
yeah,
think he
that
lost
could be
his
so.
feet during the
I would,
while
you know what I
fighting
would
the
like?
demon.
You know what I
What?
would like for Quinn's or Chin's thing would be a Fujitora thing.
That'd be neat. I don't know if he
I would
cares
really
so
like
much
it
about
because
that.
Fujitora cut his own eyes because he hated looking at the world. I would really like it if he did the same thing and he said, "I wish I wouldn't have blinded myself so I could look at the King of Hell." Like
That would
if
be a
he
nice thing.
if he could say like when Hades skewered him through or something like that, he'd be like, you know what? I really wish I could see the face, like
I
of
really
you.
wish I could see you.
Yeah, I really wish because Fujitora, that was a great moment with Fujitora.
That's still such a great
It's
moment.
such a great moment, and I think that it speaks volumes. And I think we're gonna see if he's truly blind. I would like that to be the case. I would like him to want to see Hades' face. Even if he wins or loses, it doesn't matter. I'd like him to at least at one point in the fight acknowledge, I want to look in your eyes or something like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping, considering these guys are both, they seem to be actual characters that will have some degree of depth to both of them. I'm hoping we're going to get some pretty good emotional developments in this fight, because those are always the best. Listen, I've said this multiple times, but I think Chapter 19, the end of Round 3, is probably the best chapter in the whole series. It's such a fucking roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing the section where Kojiro is getting ready to give up because he's like, this is completely hopeless. There's no way I can do this. And then how he goes back to being confident after that is so great. Having more emotional development and fights like that in the future, especially this fight, would be awesome.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I would. You know what I want from this fight? I want it to honestly be. I don't want it to be a one-sided fight. I want it to be pushed. Like, because I feel like round 6 sort of fucked around with the format. I'd like to see a real balls out fight. Because what we had in round 6 was a Buddha kicking the shit out of Zurafuku, and then Hajin kicking the shit out of Buddha, and Buddha winning at the very end. I'd like to see
I heard
an even match fight again.
Yeah,
Brun-
and it seems so far like it's gonna be that because it's fairly back and forth.
Yeah.
Last chapter ended with Chin
And
getting a
I
big hit on
do.
Hades. This chapter ended with Hades getting a big hit on Chin. Seems like
Right.
we're gonna have a back and forth.
So I'm hoping for that, and I want to see an in between. I want to see like what's Sasuke doing, what's Jack doing. Like I feel like there's something going on in the background.
When he's like having tea time with his Valkyrie, which is very similar to Quinn's Valkyrie.
Yeah, but the difference is that I want to see it because the whole goal thing, like that was one of the best moments post
Yeah,
round
I
4.
love that scene.
That was so good
One of the
because
best moments.
he saw Heracles in the smile. And Gaul hates Jack. That was the best part. Gaul hates Jack. He killed her only brother. Remember, she's got 13 sisters. She got one brother. He killed him.
Well, would Buddha be considered a sibling since he's very similar to Hercules?
They called Heracles brother. Both
Yeah,
Brunhilde.
he's
call him step brother, whatever, but he's brother Heracles.
he's considered a brother.
Unironically, why is Buddha considered a full god and Heracles considered a demigod? Totally escapes me.
To be completely honest,
that makes no sense.
Don't know.
We have a human become a god, and then we
idea.
have a human become a god. One's a demigod, and one's a full god.
Considering that Buddha super definitely would never in a million years vote to wipe out humanity, and that may be a plot hole. Okay, so there seems to be an implication that demigods don't have a vote in Valhalla. So Heracles didn't get a vote. I'm assuming Buddha didn't get a vote either. So in terms of like,
I don't think. I think it's a majority vote. Like if.
Yeah, but they said
I don't remember.
They said it was
at the beginning they said all gods voted against. So every
that's a
god.
plot hole. That's a plot hole. Or demigods don't get a vote.
Yeah, demigods don't get a vote because Brunhilde is also a demigod. The Valkyrie are demigods.
Yeah,
so they don't get a vote.
I think Buddha is still considered a demigod.
I would
right. Yeah, Buddha's really strong.
And Heracles is on the list too, so that fits. Heracles and Buddha are demigods, but they're on the list.
Yeah, it's just Loki's the only god we saw that was like, oh yeah, you're like a shitty demigod. But Loki also hates Buddha, so I think that's just Loki being a dick.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, you're a demigod.
Yeah, but notice that Loki also only showed up. Remember, Loki only showed up for Buddha and Heracles.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, he never showed up for Poseidon, never showed up for Zeus, or Thor. Let's be realistic here, or Shiva. He only showed up for the demigods, not the real gods. So let's be realistic.
Well, prior to, no, he showed up during the Zeus fight. He was there during the Poseidon fight.
No. What I mean is he didn't show up and talk to them. He didn't show up.
Yeah, the only ones that he's like interacted with outside
were the demigods. Yeah.
I'm thinking that Buddha. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, I have to go soon. So, when you're done here, I have a thought that I want to get out.
Oh, if you need to leave soon, just get it out of the way now. Just let us know.
Well, I wanted to say. Okay, so I wanted to say this. The way I view Beelzebub in general is just as an elite servant of Satan, who is the actual devil. I don't really view Beelzebub as the devil himself. That's
I see that there might be other demons.
Like I even have
the same rank. It's just he was like chosen to fight. Like he might not even be the strongest.
I even have an idea of positions that match the Decepticons. Like Satan is Megatron, Beelzebub is Soundwave, Baphomet is Shockwave, Azazel is
like what you're talking about. What you're talking about is 7 Crown Princes of Hell,
You're
which
not
is
comparing that.
Yeah, you're doing it. What you're doing is the 7 Crown Princes of Hell, which is an argument I made. I made it years ago when we.
I'm not saying that they're like that. That the Crown Princes of Hell are like Decepticons. I'm just comparing.
No. What I'm saying is Beelzebub. Clearly, we already got confirmation because I thought like, okay, if Beelzebub isn't the man. Then it's got to be Lucifer or Satan or somebody like that. But we already got confirmation that the 3 realms have been combined, and Helheim is ruled by Hades, So there is no Lucifer
Expecting
Satan.
that like
Really?
Hades rules over
Like,
the
Helheim-
entire realm of
like
Helheim,
a
but there are like
ruler
complete
of the
factions and
underworld,
regions within Helheim.
yeah, like a ruler of a region in hell.
It's like how
even
there's a bunch
even
of
if
different
even
pantheons, but
but
Zeus is the
but
chairman of
even
Valhalla.
my point is, at this point, even if that's the case, let's say Mammon, Leviathan, Satan, all of them exist. It's been stated, Hades, king of Helheim. So he's stronger.
Yeah, like
So
Yeah,
why do I
so-
care about somebody
but
weaker?
Hades
I
is
don't.
the overall.
Actually, the goddess Hell rules over Helheim. She's got
Well-
one L, by the way.
Which is Hades in Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah, in
Well,
Record of
if you
Ragnarok,
guys think I'm
Hades
talking
rules
about
over Helheim.
Beelzebub and Record of Ragnarok, don't. I'm not thinking. I'm not. When I was doing that whole comparison thing, I wasn't talking about Beelzebub and Record of Ragnarok. I was talking about how I view Beelzebub in general.
Oh yeah, but Beelzebub has also been viewed as one of the names for Satan. He's also been one of the seven crown princes of hell. He has
There's
multiple.
a
He's the
number
Lord of
different
Flies. He has
interpretations of Beelzebub.
exactly.
There's
And
one where he's a
what I
pagan
was
deity called
yeah
Baal.
exactly. What I was hoping for was like a more before we got introduced to it, Joseph, if you weren't here when I was doing those streams, what I was hoping for when we had Beelzebub was sort of an encompass. I was hoping for the whole Beelzebub is one of the 7 names for the devil. And the devil was Satan, Lucifer, Mammon,
Yeah, a lot of people were
Leviathan,
expecting
Beelzebub,
that. A lot of
all
people
in
were
one.
expecting
And he was
Beelzebub
one
to be
sexy
like
ass, suave James Bond motherfucker. Then we got some Mayuri reject. And I was like,
Yeah, I get your disappointment. I can understand your disappointment. But
Yeah.
the reason I like the design is because I just don't view Beelzebub as a devil, as the king of hell. I just view him as a servant of Satan.
Fair enough.
I see him as a.
Which I've
I
always
see him as a dark, like a dark scientist.
Which fair enough. And if you view him that way, that is totally fine. I'm just disappointed with his.
Wait, what was wrong with my saying of what was wrong with my comparison to different positions to like the Decepticons? What was wrong with that?
I didn't see
I saw
any.
nothing wrong with that.
No,
What?
I didn't see anything
I thought
wrong
someone
with that.
disagreed.
Actually, the Autobots and the Decepticons make a very good parallels to the Archangels and the 7 Crown Princes of Hell. It's actually been documented that it's actually comparable. So.
Yeah, which is why I thought
Yeah.
Megatron.
Bumblebee, and you have
Angels
Starscream is your
specifically, if we
Lucifer,
see
and you
any,
have
would be
Megatron as your
like
Satan.
the
And...
lieutenants too.
Well, here's the thing. I've seen some videos that I like to think are true that say that Lucifer was the original name of Satan before he fell from heaven.
Yeah.
That's why I view Satan.
That's the Devil of Paradise poem, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I view that. Well, do you see my comparison? Like how I like to view Beelzebub as Satan's sound wave to his Megatron?
Not exactly, because I've had many interpretations of Beelzebub that supersede that personally, but I'm not saying that your interpretation is wrong. I'm just saying that I've seen too many others. Like Beelzebub is another name for Satan, for example.
Okay.
Beelzebub is another name for Crown Prince of Hell. It's also a he's the Lord of Flies. There's multiple. He's a demon lord. I've never seen him as a servant. I've never read. Sure, where he
Well,
is.
I've seen him as a not willing servant. I've seen him as like a rival who still works for Lucifer, but plans to overthrow him.
Generally, a good way to look at all the crown princes.
They're all like that. They're all like that. But I've read a lot of Christian mythology, and that's all.
Before we go any further, since it's like about 10:30, I kind of have some stuff I still want to do before it's like 2 in the morning. So I'm gonna head out now. It was a very fun discussion. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful,
I'll talk to you guys
miss.
later.
All right, see you, miss.
Well,
Bye-bye.
See you later then.
Actually, we are gonna have to end soon. I wanted to end over an hour ago. So honestly, all right. How about we go down the list and we say any final thoughts? Because honestly, I wanted to end this a long time ago. So Haley, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want more work into Shiva. I want them to do a lot more work on
Okay.
Shiva and get a lot of things right, so that so and I want them to fix Parvati's outfit because the lower part, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be censored. I'm pretty sure that's censored in the English version. Collie's outfit is good. What about you?
Okay. Okay. That's good.
What is your opinion on her outfit? Like,
You don't like how it's exposing?
I mean, I like the shirt. It's the bottom half that kind of gets me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like exposure. I don't know. So I'm a guy.
Like,
So
fucking-
let's go, Joseph. Any final thoughts on the stream, the chapter, whatever?
Nothing much. I got all I wanted out. Thanks for the
One.
chances also for letting me get it all out. And thank you
Oh,
for helping figure out how to do this. This is actually really cool.
oh, I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed. And feel free anytime we're doing a free VC to jump in anytime you're available. It's always good to have more voices in the chat than not. So, yeah.
I'll try. I will try
Yeah.
I will try to catch it more. I will.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Wave. Any final thoughts, my man?
Nothing much. I enjoyed the chapter. I'm enjoying this fight, and Hades has been the character that I've been most looking forward to seeing in the series. So I'm definitely on his side, no matter what.
Well, I'm also.
Griever,
Yes, Haley.
about that band thing earlier. Why did the bots do that?
They're assholes sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the internet glitches. I mean, computers. What can you do?
Wait, ban
You know.
the bot? Maybe.
I mean, Christ knows. Christ knows. But anyways, thank you guys. Thank you to Misk, Band,
Great.
Haley, Joseph, and Wave for joining the VC. Thank you for everybody joining in on the chat. There's too many
Hey,
of you to
Griever.
pronounce. So thank you very much for the 13 likes. And this will be probably the last stream before the new year. So I just want to give a big shout out to we're going into 2022, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into 2022.
Yes.
You will.
Next
You will.
week,
Please be a better
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Please be a
There we
better
go.
year.
There we go. There we go. We are having a One Piece review, a Jujutsu Kaisen review, and a Black Clover live reaction for the chapter 318, also coming out in the following days. So definitely look forward to that. If there's anything else, I can't promise any other content before the end of the year, but those content I can guarantee you because they're already uploaded and scheduled, so I can promise you those 3 videos will be out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy your Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, all that stuff, Boxing Day, all that fun jazz. And I hope you guys have a great New Year's Eve, a great New Year's. Like, comment, subscribe as always. Don't forget to drink responsibly as always. And we will see you guys back here in the new year for 2022.
Griever.
Yay!
Before you go,
We'll see
I
you
have
guys.
one
Bye.
question. Before you go,
All right, here
Griever, I
we
have a
go.
question to ask you.